following is a presentation of Flow Sports. In this sport, everything begins in the dirt.
How you like me now? Oh, I know you love me.
For more than 20 years, the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series has set the standard. The best drivers, the toughest tracks, the biggest nights.
Opening night of the Super Bowl of racing.
And now the next chapter begins.
Overton on the high side, Ricky Thornton on the bottom.
Hudson O'Neal back in front of Atomic, no doubt. The #1 ranked dirt late model driver of the nation.
Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Flow Racing.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Diamond of Dirt Tracks. We are here at Lucas Oil Speedway in Wheatland, Missouri. We say it all the time. This town of less than 400 will expand by leaps and bounds this weekend, and we have got a strong field of 43 Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series cars signed into the pit area here this evening. Remy Dog is supposed to be here with us this evening, James.
Remy Dog is here. He will be in turn 2.
Let's go.
Birthday coming up for Remy Dog, by the way. He will be 5.
That's 35 in
That's 35 in dog years. So he is getting close to me. My birthday was Sunday, so
you're 35 in dog years.
Yeah, I'm 35 in dog years. Good to see you. What a beautiful afternoon and evening.
I kind of saw you last night, but not really.
Well, you did a heck of a job last night on the IMC late models and IMC modifieds. How about that Lucas Oil race last night?
Good stuff.
Fantastic. How about Brad Stevens? Great crowd, great racetrack. And we are at the Diamond of Dirt Tracks tonight. The salute to Forrest Lucas.
You and I are not on camera tonight, but folks will just have to trust that we are here. We are not AI. We're not announcing remotely. And to prove that, I am going to read off the left-hand side of the screen from right here in the Horsepower Hydration booth. Your Denago Power Sports Race Info, Dirt Draft Hot Laps, All-Star Performance Time Trials. Rob Penrod is here. We've got 4 8-lap heat races tonight. James, we've got 2 10-lap B-mains, and how about this? Forrest Lucas would like this. $15,000 to win, only 40 laps. I love it. We're not running tons of laps. We're going out there, 40 laps, get it in. And this is the inaugural running of the salute to Forrest Lucas here tonight. And we're going to be joined by 15 USRA modifieds here this evening.
How about 2 separate shows this weekend, 2 points races, and we got a new points leader after last night. And tomorrow night we run for $25K in the Diamond Nationals.
That's right. Hey, this Diamond of Dirt Tracks, James, is just a little over 20 years old. It opened back in 2001, 3/8 mile, semi-banked, and it is called the Diamond of Dirt Tracks for a reason. We say it all the time. Absolutely one of the best, if not the best, facilities in the entire country. You've got Lake Lucas here where they have the powerboat racing. The off-road track has already run this year as well. And every time you pull into this place, they're doing something new. They're upgrading. They're building something different. There's a new building being built back in the pit area. It'll be kind of an all-inclusive family-type center. Lots of great stuff here at Lucas Oil Speedway.
Plenty of pyro tonight as well, my friend. Did you see him setting up in the infield? And the weather, well, earlier there were clouds and a possibility of some rain, but it looks like that has been pushed off until later on tonight.
July in the Midwest, man. That real feel is always going to be bumped up. It's 85 out there right now. Feels like 94. 13-mile-an-hour winds feels aggressive, but I don't know. I see those flags at attention there off those bleachers you're looking at on the back straightaway. And those clouds have broken. Man, we should be good tonight. I think we're going to get it in, I think. I think we're going to be good.
Is that the mile an hour? The state trooper at Mansfield last week clocking them off the backstretch.
There's Lake Lucas.
Just an awesome facility, and they continue to make improvements. It's just fantastic. I mean, what else can we say? We've been coming here a long time.
You know,
over 20 years, yep.
And you know who else has been coming here a long time? Is the third member of our broadcast team, our very good friend. Welcome back, Mr. Ben Shelton. Ben joins the party, making the trip up here just today. And, Ben, you are surrounded by a lot of pyro down there in the infield, buddy.
I don't know that we don't have more pyro for this than we have for the Show Me 100. I was looking at that earlier with our videographer, Adam Mards. Yeah, I tell you what, and I've also a lot of pyro in the pit area. A really good field of 43 cars. How about about Brandon Sheppard, guys? I'm going to drop a few stats on you before we go to the first break of the night. Sheppard, his 7th Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series win of the year. That ties his winningest season ever with the Lucas Oil Series. He won 7 races back in 2022, a year that he finished second in the points to Tim McCready. So his 7th win last night, 42nd of his career. Also, head over to FloRacing social media. I did an interview with Billy Moyer just a little while ago. How about this? Billy Moyer, 24 Lucas Oil wins. His last win was in 2016. That was at Knoxville. He has never won a main event here at Lucas Oil Speedway. He's in the pit area. 43 drivers. We come back, we're going to talk about that and more storylines. The salute to Forrest Lucas from here at Lucas Oil Speedway. You're watching it all live in the house. We're on FloRacing. Be right back.
In the heat of the game, every drop counts. Introducing Victory Fuel Flavored Electrolyte Water, the ultimate hydration companion.
Chili Bowl champion Logan Seavey. ASCS National Champion Seth Bergman.
Packed with essential electrolytes and bursting with delicious flavors, Victory Fuel keeps you hydrated and fueled to perform at your best. Nothing tastes better than Victory.
We showed the world what it means to go big, combining mini-mill technology with industry-leading talent, producing steel our customers need in an environmentally responsible way. Now, we're going even bigger. BR2, Big River Steel's second, highly sustainable and technologically advanced steel mill is now operational, allowing us to deliver even more of the sustainable steel needed to solve the challenges of tomorrow without sacrificing performance today.
You have to fight to pull ahead, to find your edge, to do whatever it takes to make you 1/10 of a second faster, smarter, more committed than the other guy, because you've got the kind of passion that can overcome the impossible. And we've got the most powerful performance race fuel available to help you do it. Sunoco Race Fuels. Take the lead.
Passionate about a life in racing? Circle track, drag racing, drifting, or Monster Jam. Find it all at the University of Northwestern Ohio.
How do I become a mechanic? How do I become a driver? How do I drive monster trucks? And here at UNOH, there's pathways for everything.
The fact there's a school you can go to for racing is just a little bit insane, but it's very cool because it gives kids like me the opportunity to chase that dream.
See where your future can take you with a high-performance motorsports degree from the University of Northwestern Ohio.
The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series is brought to you by Lucas Oil Products. Keep that engine alive. By Big River Steel, developing sustainable steel made with the world's most advanced mini-mill technologies. And by Automotive Racing Products, quality first and made in the USA. Well, welcome back to the Diamond of Dirt Tracks, Lucas Oil Speedway in Wheatland, Missouri for the salute to Forrest Lucas.
We are made in the USA, aren't we?
My baby is made. That's right.
Hey,
in the USA.
Casey Schumann, the promoter here, full time after Danny Lorton retired last year. Great job as always.
Absolutely.
Good to talk to him early on, and we're going to have Shane, you have to help me out here. A gun tonight for the winner. Well, Forrest, Forrest Hunter and all this. I mean, we're going to have a gun to the winner tonight. By the way.
That's awesome. Hey, you know what else we've got tonight? A lot of folks tuned in on Amazon Prime, James. How about that? We are the Amazon Prime event of the night on the FloRacing Fast channel, FloRacing 24/7. So we'd like to welcome those of you watching on Amazon Prime here this evening. And if you would like to learn a little bit more about FloRacing and how you can unlock your all-access pass, scan that QR code on the left-hand side of the screen and get more information on your #1 source for all things racing. We are FloRacing. We've got everything from dirt track racing to snowmobiles to drag racing to NASCAR weekly racing to motocross to all points in between. FloRacing.com. Scan that QR code to unlock your all-access pass and welcome those of you watching on Amazon Prime.
As
Dustin,
Doug has been mentioning, Dustin, don't forget to visit down on the Midway, the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series souvenir trailer. Stop and see Jeb. For those at home that maybe want some racewear for next week at Adams County or Shelby County, you can go to shoplucasdirt.com, shoplucasdirt.com, or if you're here at the track, pick some up, wear it tonight, tomorrow night, DJ. Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series T-shirts, hats. We also have Flow hoodies and Flow shirts, goggles. Did you see the goggles on Remy? Remy's got some goggles.
I like those.
I think they're
goggles.
beer goggles. Earplugs, decals, blankets, the world's fastest late model shirts, seat cushions, Yeti tumblers, flags, keychains, koozies, Carhartt hoodies, pullovers, ladies, children, color, sizes, everything. We got it all down there. Stop and see Jeb.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
Thank you.
No, thank you. Hey, point shakeup after last night, James. There's a new driver sitting atop the Big River Steel Chase for the championship presented by ARP, and it's
Brandon Sheppard. Last night's winner. He's up 55 with his 6th Lucas Oil win of the year, his 42nd of his career. Hudson O'Neal now 2nd in the points. Devin Moran, Brandon Overton. Boy, Overton's been good, and you don't want to hear me say it, DJ. Brandon Overton has led 128 laps of feature action this year, still looking for his first win. Will it happen this weekend? But how about Max Blair, one of the hottest drivers at the Lucas Oil Tour, 5th in points, but he's only 30 now behind Brandon Overton, DJ.
Yeah, well, he was 10 behind, and Brandon Overton finished 1 or 2 spots ahead of him there last night, so Max actually lost a little ground. Those top 6 rather, man, they're all right there. Garrett Alberson's been running stronger lately. Brian Shirley, Josh Rice, the current O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year candidate, is 9th, and Kyle Bronson currently rounds out the top 10 in the Big River Steel Chase for the championship presented by ARP. Well, James, that's a look at the points. Let's take a look at Ben Shelton, the voice of God.
Real quick on, well, that's aggressive. Real quick on that, the last comment I got from the pit area before I came to the infield was Brandon Overton's crew chief, Nick Hardy, and said, for the love of all things holy, please none of you pick our driver to win another race. So he feels like we're jinxing them as the reason they haven't won, but Overton's making a lot of gains, man. It's hard to believe it's been 14 months since his last Lucas win, though.
Well, to be fair,
did you pick him last night?
No, I picked Brandon. I picked Brandon of the Shepherd variety.
You got a big win last night, then.
Yes, I did. How about, by the way, Brandon Overton last night had to ride back out to get his All-Star Performance Fast Time Award on Josh Rice's pit bike because his was out of gas.
Hey, he could sweep the weekend, right? I mean, somebody said, well, what has Overton done? Well, he's won the Dream a couple of times, right? He's won the World 100, right?
Yeah, the guy's good.
The guy's pretty good.
The guy's not bad.
He's right there 4th in the points. And, again, the top 5, 5th place in the championship points will pay $100,000 this year. And, again, it's a full points for the full year. Dirt Late Model, $250,000 record for that. And plus, the final 5 races of the year, they're going to run the top 5 and run for $100,000 eligibility for that. So someone could walk out of here $350,000 at the end of the year.
Well, there it is right there. LucasDirt.com for all the latest news, scheduling information, and more. You can also check us out on the My Race Pass app.
Look at the quality of racetracks, DJ, right there. Adams County, first time there Tuesday, right? Shelby County.
Yep.
Andrew Kosiski's here tonight. He said, James, how many do you think we're going to have? I think we'll have 45 to 50, maybe.
Oh my.
That would be nice. Florence, and we know how well Florence races, DJ, right?
There you go. That's the upcoming schedule. And by the way, after this weekend, the last event on that upcoming schedule will be the last event of the year, and that is Carl Short's Dirt Track World Championship. By the way, people ask all the time, yes, the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series is on FloRacing. Every race, all season long, it's the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series presented by FloRacing. You can watch every race with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series live here on FloRacing all season long. There it is.
I'm glad you told me that.
You know, the presented by FloRacing graphic that is embedded in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series graphic didn't give it away, so...
Well, we love the fans, and there's a lot of new fans we met in the pit area today. First time here at Lucas Oil Speedway, so welcome to the Diamond of Dirt Tracks. And $15,000 to win tonight, $25K tomorrow night, and then we'll go to Iowa next Tuesday. Then Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, the Silver Dollar Nationals. And again, not a misprint. 1 week from Saturday, tomorrow night, $52,000 to win, $53,000 for second. So that's going to be fun. Hey, most guys want the trophy, right? The trophy and the money, right? So if you're running second, you're probably not going to, go guns out, right?
Guns out.
Guns out.
Sun's out,
Sun's out. Guns out, whatever you want to call it. But looking forward to that.
Yeah, sun's out, commercials out. We're going to step aside.
But every race is on Flow, including next week.
There you have it. One more set of commercial breaks. When we come back, Shane Freeby on the call for the USRA Modifieds. The salute to Forrest Lucas at Lucas Oil Speedway.
Two tracks in action here at Lucas Oil Speedway. Of course, we've got the 3/8 mile dirt with the USRA Modifieds on the track, but the go-karts always in action over on the east side of the facility here in Wheatland, Missouri. And welcome back here on FloRacing. As a support class tonight, the Modifieds had a massive show last Thursday night. Over 40 Modifieds came in with the Heartland Modified Tour, put on a fantastic show, and kind of a far cry from what it was a week ago. Only 15 on hand, but we'll still put on a really good job as a support class. They will end the night after the 40-lap feature for the Lucas Oil late models. They have already hit the track, and we'll take you through some of the drivers that you'll see on hand, leading off with Ben Stockton there on the back stretch. Ben is out of Kansas City, Missouri. He came here earlier in the year, back in April, finished 19th in that Lethal Chassis Yeoman Power Plant. CBD Shocks, Fast Shafts, and Tanner Racing sponsors on the 33 of Ben Stockton. The 18, that is Chase Sig out of Iola, Kansas. Brand new City Art chassis for him. He's his own engine builder. It's a signature signature engine sponsored by Sig Tire and Signature Racing Engines. The 29 is Lucas Dobbs from El Dorado Springs, Missouri. That's a brand new Allen chassis for him. Still loves to bleed blue with that Ford engine. Central Insurance Agency, Fugate Motors, and Joe's Hand Cleaner sponsors on the 29. One of the 21s in the house is Polk, Missouri's Jacob Potter, a bomb chassis Fessler engine. 2 top 10s on the season, including a 7th place at Lake Ozark back in May. All jet black of the 99 of Dalton Till from Fulton, Missouri. B&B Trucking, Melloway Fast Wraps, and Chuck's Auto Body. A couple of the sponsors for Dalton Till. And then the superintendent from just down the road at Hermitage, Missouri. That is Jason Persley, a past champion. He won the championship back in 2024 here. Did it that year without winning a single race. Jason Persley has an MB Custom chassis and Med-State engine. Fugate Motors, Ozarks Community Health Center, DK Safety Solutions, and Icon Graphics. A couple of sponsors for him. That'll take us through the field that we have. Waylon Dimmitt's the other one. Now, this is a B-Mod driver that is turning wheels in a late or in a modified tonight. Don't get to see wide open Waylon Dimmitt here all that often. He's usually sponsored by Team Outlaw and Henry's Headers. He's got 2 wins on the season, one at Humboldt and one at Midway. Fast time of 19.155, so a couple of drivers breaking the 20-second mark on a very fresh track here at Lucas Oil Speedway. By night's end, you're going to see what transition this track will make from the beginning to the end. It will be very racy by the end of the night. Last time the Lucas Oil late models were here, they put on a fantastic show of the Show Me 100, multiple grooves, and you can really start to see that high line start to work in as the season goes along. That was a move that they made early in the year on the north side of the track in turns 3 and 4. Took that ledge off, and you can run all the way up against the wall, and there will be plenty of Midwest sheet metal damaged on right rears of all of these cars by night's end. As round 2 comes out, past champion, the 3B of Nick Benninger, will lead everybody out of Perry, Kansas. He is one of the few drivers tops in the point standings that are here. Matter of fact, 3 of the top 5 in the point standings for the modifieds at Lucas Oil Speedway not in attendance, so we could shuffle some things up, and Nick Benninger, who is only 26 points back in 3rd place, could capitalize and could very easily come out of tonight with the point lead. It's a CDR chassis, Mullins engine, Forge Construction, Tribe Construction, and Platinum Construction Group, all sponsors on the 3B. Andy Bryant has ran a late model. He's ran a B mod. Matter of fact, he's been a past champion in a B mod, but the Fort Scott Flyer back in a bomb chassis Shore Racing engine. This is actually a Hodges car sponsored by Hodges, Murphy Ag, and Dynamic Drivelines. 1 win on the season for Andy Bryant. That was in a B mod at Arrowhead. Actually, it was in a late model at Arrowhead back in May. So only 3 drivers coming out. The other one is Hollywood Robert Heidenreich. He has made his return to Lucas Oil Speedway after a couple of years of hiatus. Went to actually pay the bills with a real job. Put in a number of hours and hung up the helmet for a few years, but he is back. This is his first time back as a full-time driver at Lucas Oil Speedway. We've seen him here for a couple of events throughout the season, and he will round out the field tonight as far as the hot laps go as the checkers have come out. Midwest Sheet Metal Caution back out on the track, and they will head back. And with that, we will turn back over to, man, that was not much of a breather you guys got to have. Usually we give you a couple more minutes to step aside, get a drink, use the facilities, take a bio break, whatever it is you guys do. But
you did a great job filling that last 15 seconds right there so that we can get back on the headset too.
But years of practice there.
James is up here. He's got to get his note cards in line. James, the question is, did you set a dirt draft lineup for tonight?
I will go with Larry Phillips and nobody else because he's going to be into the NASCAR Hall of Fame, and that's it, right? Missouri, I mean, over 1,000 wins, late dirt, asphalt. There you go. Terry's not here tonight, though, but hey. We're in Missouri. It's got to be Larry Phillips.
There you go.
I will pick him. His value, I'll give him the $100,000. His value to just do $100,000 for Larry Phillips.
I think Larry had one of those years on asphalt between Bolivar and I-44. I think he won 45. I'm not making this up. I think he won 45 of 52 races he entered that year. Just let that sink in.
That's
truly amazing.
Yeah. 45 more than I will win in my lifetime, Ben. So.
Well, DJ, are you ready? Well, I picked Daniel Hilsebeck last night, didn't I? In the steering buddy dark horse, he said, "Don't pick me again." I said, "Come on."
I sense a trend here of guys not wanting to pick them.
They don't like us anymore. There's the Banning Chiropractic. Hilsebeck Farms 22 Capital Car. Last year's runner-up in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year, Chase Daniel Hilsebeck, out of Earlham, Iowa. And behind him here on the front straightaway, it will be the Atomic Music Group, the Race Car Engineering 40B, currently 10th in the Lucas Oil points. That'll be Kyle Bronson out of Brandon, Florida, and a driver that just picked up his 857th career victory. How about the 21 car, Dustin Jarrett?
That's going to be Billy Moyer out of Batesville, Arkansas. That Carl Chevrolet, Messiah Valley Transportation, Shaw Trucking sponsored number 21 that will be, there he is, populating onto your screen, the 6-time World 100 champ in that. He said it's kind of a combination of him and Keith Lawson and Tim Lance, a bunch of guys coming together to make this deal possible. Behind him, the driver was on the Big River Steel podium last night in the number 99, the defending series champion. That is Devin Moran. See right there on the bottom of the screen, 4 race streak of finishing inside the top 5 in that Roger Sellers Double Down Motorsports number 99.
How about the last 3 times out? The winner at the Firecracker at Lernerville, 2 runner-ups at Muskegum, his home track, and then last night at 34 Raceway. Also in this group is the 18 car. That'll be Chase Younghands. Chase Younghands out of Manhattan, Kansas. He's in the Younghands Motorsports. Younghands Ranches, car number 18. That is a rocket chassis for the veteran driver out of Kansas. Should have a couple of more. We're looking at Garrett Alberson here in the 58 car. There is the Sunoco Race Fuels Low Voltage Solution, Messiah Valley Transportation for Ken and Beth Roberts. Garrett Alberson, DJ, currently 7th in the Lucas Oil points.
So 43 drivers signed in here this evening, James. That'll be 4 heat races. And they will be divided up into Group A. They have already been divided into Group A and Group B. Group A, the first half of the field, will qualify against themselves. The way they qualify will set the lineups for heat races 1 and 2. The back half of the field, that's Group B, and the way they qualify, that'll set the heat races, set the lineups for heat races 3 and 4. Here this evening as the green flag is out and the first wave of Dirt Draft Hot Laps is underway.
Do not see the 6 of Clay Harris out there scheduled to go in this group. Clay Harris right now standing 11th in the championship points for Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. There's Garrett Alberson. And that wicked crash here back at the Show Me 100 weekend, but rebounded. He ran a good race in the Cowboy Classic. He and Chris Ferguson and Josh Rice, who's here tonight, while Josh Rice winning that race. Young hands, he would be a candidate for the Steering Buddy Dark Horse. He has never won a Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series event for the Manhattan, Kansas driver. Well, Billy Moyer's won several of them, right? 857 total, 6-time World 100 winner, 24 career victories. By the way, Billy Jr. back racing, driving for Leon Henderson again. So we will see them at the Topless 100 next month. And Billy Moyer, quickest at 15.703 for the 68-year-old Hall of Famer.
Get out of here.
You go, Billy Moyer.
Don't retire, Billy Moyer. Ben Shelton, don't you retire either.
Yeah, well, some people disagree. So 857 wins.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe 0 of those are right here, though, right? Like, that's hard to believe. And he just said he hasn't had much luck here. But, man, he has been revitalized this year. In that interview today, he gave a shout-out to Tanner English. He said it's AK Race Cars takeover right now as Tanner's wrapping up the Summer Nationals. But cool to see Billy out here. We'll see what he can do here tonight.
How about at Smoky Mountain? And I mentioned this, guys. I know you watched the broadcast. That I said, please don't retire Dale McDowell and Billy Moyer. Well, they won the same week. Dale McDowell won at Smoky Mountain, and Billy Moyer won at Benton, Missouri. There's the 71 car. And he is a former Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series national champion. Currently second in the points, DJ, the Big River Steel Wheeler Medals. Merrill Bonding 71, that is Hudson O'Neill. There's Mason Oberkramer in the 93 car. Mason, the veteran driver out of Brosling, Missouri, in the Oberkramer tire, Premier Custom Homes Longhorn.
Go ahead and grab the next one, James.
How about Peyton Looney, former Show Me 100 winner?
I'm in a rabbit hole.
Well, we've got several drivers here that were not at the Show Me 100 for a variety of reasons. The Atnip Enterprises 15 car for Peyton Looney out of Republic, Missouri.
Thank you, I'm back. Behind him, we are so back. The 13, that's going to be Dallin Murdy, the game changer out of Chelsea, Iowa. In that Skyline Motorsports Quick Supply, Stealth Oilfield Services, number 13 for Greg Bruning. Here's a good look at Dallin Murdy. Behind him will be the driver of the 20 RT, the 2024 Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series champion. That is Ricky Thornton Jr., the 35-year-old driver out of Chandler, Arizona, in that Bobby and Jessica Kohler Motorsports number 20 RT. We got a Hellraiser Jack's caution maybe a bit early in this group, James. Gordy Gundaker on your screen in the 11G, Ben.
Yeah, Peyton Looney had his hand out the window, car not wanting to come up to speed. You know, it's, as far as I know, this is the first race of the year for that team, and it's tough. You're shaking the Gremlins now against 40 of the best in the business. So he'll head back to the pit area. Hopefully they can get things resolved for All-Star Performance qualifying.
Well, a few guys, their first appearance of the year. Yeah, the Wellses as well. Gordy Gundaker not. That Vanilla Cycles number 11 ran with us last night. Hey, how about a first-timer with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, James, out of Hutchinson, Kansas. That's Jake Nightingale, the former modified racer in that Mel Hamilton Ford. Bearings and Gears, BCC Signs and Graphics, Red's Standard sponsored entry. And there is Mason Oberkramer, the Brosley, Missouri driver. We saw him at the Show Me 100, and that Oberkramer Trucking Premier Flatwork, Premier Custom Home sponsored, number 93. Gordy Gundaker right now quickest in Dirt Draft Hot Laps. And JB Salvage number 11. Remember, he was good here back at the Show Me 100 as well, was Gordo.
He was, and we talked about Justin Wells in his season debut. He's going to be in a Longhorn tonight, not the trusty TNT that he's got a lot of laps here with. But they've got a busy work schedule. They started a new company, him and his son Cole, who used to work for Midwest Sheet Metal, they're working together. And They just hated that they could not be here for all 3 days of the Show Me, so they're looking forward to 2027. But how about Mason Oberkramer? He made it into the Show Me 100 this year. He's quick time there in that group, the second group of cars, Ben.
You talked about Jake Nightingale in the 3 car, 4th in the Power I Heartland Late Model Series points. Our buddy Trenton Berry in the gang. And I'm going to give Mr. Justin Wells a little bit of heartache there. He was signing in at the trailer. He came in and said, guys, you're going to have to wait on the paperwork. My wife's almost here, and I left my glasses at home. He said, I can drive a race car fine. I just can't see a piece of paper. So the wife coming to the rescue for Justin Wells and car 98.
The older I get, that's the story of my
just
life,
a piece
too.
of paper.
That's right. We saw the 8 of Dylan McCowan, the 2-time Lucas Oil Speedway modified champion out of Urbana, Missouri. There's the 17 SR. They got that car back together. That is Brody Smith out of Dade City, Florida. And that's Schaefer's Oil, Big Daddy Cattle, Clyde Johnson Contracting sponsored 17 SR. There's Superman Jonathan Davenport out of Blairsville, Georgia. The 5-time World 100 champ, 2-time Show Me champion in that Double L Motorsports Ace Doran Hauling and Rigging sponsored number 49. Another solid year for Superman. We also have the blue number 3 in the middle of the back straightaway. That's Brennan Willard. He's actually got his good friend Tony Jackson Jr. down there helping him. Tony Jackson right now waiting on a little bit of work to be done to his power plant so he can get back out on the racetrack. That's the All-Geyer Performance Willard Cattle Icon Graphics sponsored number 3 for Brennan Willard. There's Ryan Johnson out of Aurora, Missouri. James in the Yelman-powered Longhorn race car, the Underground Concrete Johnson Construction Woody's Express sponsored number 7R. There's Austin Howells, who raced with us last night out of Lewiston, Missouri, in that HR Enterprises on-track Recreation and Fitness 17 Racing sponsored number 17. And we've got Tyler Kuykendall. Well, he's not graduating
He's not
tonight.
graduating tonight. He's a month into his adult life, right? After graduating high school here. During the week of the Show Me 100. Well, Dylan McCowan, 2-time modified track champion here, been on the road with the Lucas Oil Series, second in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year chase. I'm going to call it now. He's going to be my steering buddy dark horse if he makes it into the show, which most likely he will. 15.279 there. I'm calling my shot, DJ, early on.
Track
Sonic America's Drive-In 8.
Free tots for everybody.
Tater tots.
He looked good. Again, the 2-time track champ in the modifieds leads that wave of Dirt Draft Hot Laps. That's a wrap on Group A Hot Laps here this evening. We will put the second half of the field out there as well. It'll be Group B, and they'll be led out by one of the most consistent drivers in the country this year, the winner at Muskingum County last week, James, out of Centerville, Pennsylvania, the 1-1-1 of Max Blair.
No surprise, he leads the Hoker Trucking Hard Charger. He didn't get that last time, but he got it last Saturday night in Muskingum County, 15th to 1st in a brilliant run. There's the 4-car. He is out of Fayetteville, Arkansas. That'll be Tyler Wolf in the Army. Now, that's not the Army, right?
No.
That's ARMI.
Army General Contractors.
Army. There you go. Tyler Wolf in the 4-car. You saw the 15-car in the FiberTech entry. That is Clay Stuckey. Clay Stuckey made the show last night. He is out of Shreveport, Louisiana, driving for his dad, Ronnie Stuckey. In car 15, that is a Longhorn. Brian Shirley, you know, KBC Graphics, this car has just always looked sharp, doesn't it? I mean, it doesn't matter what year, whatever. It looks the same, and it just is clean, right? Brian Shirley right there, his first full year in the Lucas Oil Series, 8th in the points. He was running as high as 4th last night, Dustin, at 34. Did it up in the top 10 in the Thompson Express 3S. He would be a candidate for the steering buddy dark horse. How about Brendan Conkrate?
Absolutely.
Brandon Conkrate.
Yes.
Good-looking race car.
Absolutely. The Kansas driver in that Schroll body and paint, film at 11. Bud's Auto Service sponsored Rocket Chassis. Brandon Conkrate, he raced with us here at the Show Me 100. And there's Carson Ferguson, another solid run last night at 34 Raceway. Many likes that place. The driver out of Lincolnton, North Carolina. In that Paylor Motorsports Hoopaw Grading Company, Coleman Farms Racing sponsored number 93. He's quickest right now. Caden Klatt was with us last night as well. That's him on your screen out of Edina, Missouri. In that Be Seen Signs Pro Designs McVickers Misty Valley Farm sponsored number 50. And Jason Sibbles out of Bolivar, Missouri on your screen And that Durham-powered Longhorn, the Great River Engineering Ultra Force Machines Midwest Sheet Metal sponsor number 0. Speaking of Midwest Sheet Metal, James, big shout out to Chris Davis. Good to see him on the mend. I hope he's here with us this weekend. He's riding around on his side-by-side. So great to see Chris Davis from Midwest Sheet Metal here with us, Ben.
Yeah, I was going to confirm. I did see Chris. He had that smile back on his face, and he was doing about 80 miles an hour on his side-by-side. All's back to normal, and our buddy went through a tough health there for a while, DJ, and it's good to see him back.
Absolutely. Talked to Chris a little bit earlier tonight, and he was in good spirits. Always good to have him here at his home track, Lucas Oil Speedway. Next set of Dirt Draft Hot Laps going to be led out by the driver of the number 60, the former X Games medalist, winter X Games medalist. That is Dan Ebert out of Lakeshore, Minnesota, the 37-year-old in that James Trantina Collins Brothers Towing, Minnesota Truck Headquarters, AMSOIL sponsored number 60. And James, there is the other driver, the Skyline Motorsports entry, the 16 of Fear the Beard.
In the AK Race Cars entry tonight, the Burning Rock Products car. There's the 17 SS. That'll be Brendan Smith, the Smith Speed Solutions Big Daddy's Cattle 17 SS Rocket out of Dade City, Florida for the Lucas Oil regular. Back full time here in 2026 as we are in group number 5. Also on the track, there's the 53 car making his season debut at the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. The Kosiski Auto Parts entry out of La Vista, Nebraska. That is Andrew Kosiski. Andrew Kosiski in 53, Dustin.
We'll have the 93 of Corey Lawler out of Hanover, Pennsylvania, driving for his father, Poncho, and that Poncho's Racing Products, Creekside Auto Sales. Sponsored number 93, there's Corey Lawler. Also on the racetrack, we got the 98. You mentioned it earlier, James, in the Scott Bailey powered Longhorn, his first race of the season, and that is Justin Wells, the two-time Lucas Oil Speedway track champion, two-time IMCA national champion. That Henry's Towing Service, Bill Vance Marine Midwest Sheet Metal sponsored number 98. This is the 5th of 6 groups of Dirt Draft Hot Laps on the racetrack, and as it stands right now, Dan Ebert is the quickest. No surprise the way he's been running lately, right? 1:05.091. So Dan Ebert will hang his hat on that and roll back into the pit area, see what adjustments he needs to make. One more set of Dirt Draft Hot Laps before we get into All-Star Performance time trials this evening. There, the drivers are sitting in the staging lane. And it looks like they, James, are going to be led out by the Jamestown, Missouri driver of Dalton Imhoff.
Quick note, DJ, on Dan Ebert. It was an electrical issue last night. That was his problem in the heat race, and then he had to roll out a backup car. So they feel like they've got all that corrected for today. So we'll see what happens here tonight for the Minnesota native.
Yeah, it's going to be him, or it's going to be Dalton Imhoff in the 96 there, as we mentioned, that Mullins-powered Black Diamond race car, the Imhoff Farms, Imhoff Construction, Sherwin-Williams sponsored number 96 for Dalton Imhoff. Behind him, always runs well here at Lucas Oil Speedway, Aaron Morant, the 40-year-old out of Richmond, Missouri, in that Summit Heating and Cooling Burlington Auto Repair Ricketts Meese Properties sponsored Longhorn for Aaron Morant in the 1X. There's the Rocket one, last night's winner. It's going to be Brandon Shepard, the new Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series points leader in that Rocket Durham Valvoline Swayburne Calf Ranches entry. And there's the guy that he passed to get the win last night, finished third, Brandon Overton, in that Scott and Jason Riggs, number 76, the Riggs Fiber Budweiser Garntos Southern sponsored entry for Brandon Overton. There's Aaron Morant that we were talking about a little bit ago. Those other guys work their way around. The Richmond, Missouri driver, the Summit Heating and Cooling Burlington Auto Repair sponsored number 1X. Josh Rice, James, on your screen. I talked to him in the pit area earlier. He blew it, so we saw him get in the wall when we thought maybe that's what caused the tire to go down. It was the opposite. He told me, he said, I just got up, he said, I felt a vibration. He said, and that shot me in. He said, I felt a vibration, the tire went down, and that shot me into the wall. So good to have Josh Rice with Big Snack and little Zach back there working on that race car. And we've also got Dusty Leonard out of Marysville, Kansas, in that Bryce Leonard Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's a Sweet Treat Bakery sponsor entry. That looks like Jeff Burdett. That is not Jeff Burdett on your screen, James. That is actually Cole Wells out of Aurora, Missouri. And that Bill Hendricks, Henry's Towing Service, Bill Vance Marine sponsor, number 44. Good looking car there for Cole Wells. Brandon Shepard was the quickest in that set of Dirt Draft Hot Laps with a 1:05.278. We're going to step aside for a quick set of commercial breaks. That is a wrap on warm-ups here this evening Next on the agenda, All-Star Performance Time Trials. You are watching the Salute to Forrest Lucas, and you're watching it live here on Flow.
Every weekend under the lights, racers chase something bigger than a trophy. And since 1998, Race Car Engineering has been serving the racing community that keeps this sport alive. With over 100 years of combined racing experience. Now with a brand new website featuring free freight on all orders over $199. RaceCarENG.com. Race Car Engineering, built for racers.
Established in 1983, FK Rod Ends has been the industry leader for both midget and micro racing. Family owned and operated, we take pride in our products and our name because we know you value yours. Visit our website, www.fkrodends.com, to find out how you can join our winning team. FK Rod Ends. To beat the best, you've got to use the best.
The new Dirt Draft app. Faster, sharper, built to win. New lock windows and predictive contests. More ways to play. More ways to win. Lock in your drivers. Watch the action and become a fantasy champion. Every lap, every restart, every last lap slide job that moves you up the leaderboard. The green flag just dropped on the all-new Dirt Draft. Download it now at dirtdraft.com. Draft your team and get...
ARP manufactures the ultimate fasteners from the best raw materials using cold forged technology. Family owned and made in the USA. Quality always comes first. For whatever extreme category you're in, it's always ARP-bolts.com.
FloRacing Studios live.
Tune into Flow and watch pretty much any race we want. This is our Daytona 500. This is it.
The largest crowd.
It's the biggest race of the year.
Destiny fulfilled.
This is the biggest race I've ever won.
This is exactly the group you need to put on a big event like this.
The biggest night in pavement late model racing history.
High Limit Racing!
You're watching the greatest sprint car drivers in the world right here on FloRacing.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Diamond of Dirt Tracks. We're at Lucas Oil Speedway here in Wheatland, Missouri. For the opening night of the Diamond Nationals weekend, this is the Salute to Forrest Lucas, James. $15,000 to win. 40 laps here this evening. We're going to dwindle our 43-car field down to 24 by the time the night ends. And how about this? On top of $15,000, tonight's winner will get a 41 caliber lever action Old Henry.
I like it.
That is awesome. Forrest
like
Lucas was he was a collector of guns. And so that 41 caliber lever action Old Henry, man, that is a cool gun, and that is going to go to the winner of tonight's Salute to Forrest Lucas, the inaugural event.
Yeah, and he's so proud of this place, obviously, and the ranch and everything else. The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series wanted to be the best of grassroots racing, right? And no doubt we're got the #1 dirt late model national tour in the country, and I know Forrest would be so proud of this. Don't forget our sponsor, East Central Sports, the Denago sponsor for our drone here this weekend.
Yeah, and that's kind of cool that Denago Power Sports is rotating around. We've had Dave Warren from Dave Warren Power Sports on there. Now East Central Sports, eastcentralsports.com. Getting the sponsorship for the drone here for the next few races. So good stuff from the great folks at Denago Power Sports. Glad to have them back on board as that drone flies high overhead and gives you a look at this just absolutely gorgeous and massive facility here in Wheatland, Missouri.
It's like a golf course there, right? The grass behind the grandstand area. All right, DJ, ready to roll. We are in All-Star Performance Time Trials. Up first will be the team car. He comes to us out of Manhattan, Kansas. It'll be Chase Younghans. He's in the Younghans Motorsports. Bozard Ford Lincoln out of St. Augustine, Florida. Younghans Ranches. Sunoco Racewheels. CJR Motors and Paulson Stussy Constructions of Rocket Clements. Followed by Daniel Hilzebeck, the 22. He's out of Earlham, Iowa. In the Banning Chiropractic, 22 Enterprises. Big Deal Car Care. Alley Auto Sales. Hilzebeck Farms. Wolfmark Realty. Roofing, rather. That's Capital Clements, Tristan Vesterby, the crew chief on that, followed by defending series champion Devin Moran, and the Ohio Natural Energy Northeastern Fabrication, Big River Steel, Millwood Plumbing, C&W Trucking, Phillips CPA, Bomac, and Hall & Haskell's, Anthony's Pizza, Car Source Auto 99.
First lap times going up for this trio of drivers. It'll be Chase Younghand setting the best lap. First time around, 15153. Second lap for Younghands, not as good. Second lap time for Daniel Hilsebeck. He goes to the top of the leaderboard, 15132. Devin Moran trying to improve on lap number 2, and he does not. Devin Moran will be third quick in this trio with a 15557. But Daniel Hilsebeck lays down the early time to beat James, 15132.
Yeah, but here comes a car that's capable of going to the top of the board here. The 58 car to Las Cruces, New Mexico. That'll be Garrett Alberson. Garrett Alberson and Ken and Beth Roberts, Low Voltage Solutions, Sunoco Ratios, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Bill Sport Shop, Hogan Farms, Roman Machine, Brack Properties, Mitchell Rance, Longhorn Clements, followed by Kyle Bronson out of Brandon, Florida. The Race Car Engineering, LTX Home, Boswell Oil, Michael Lloyd Hauling and Demolition, Atomic Music Group, Marshall's Equipment, Rocket Clements, and Billy Moyer in the Keith Lawson Motorsports, AK Clements, Carl Chevrolet, Mesilla Valley, Penske, Shaw Trucking, All Makes Collision Center, and Outpace Racing Products. 857 wins for Billy Moyer.
First lap times for this trio: Moyer third, Bronson fourth, Alberson sixth. Garrett Alberson had that scary wreck here. Show Me 100 weekend. His second lap time is no better. He stays sixth, 15803. Bronson stays fourth, 15506. And Billy Moyer does not improve. He stays third, 15189. So after 6 cars, it's Daniel Hilsebeck, Chase Younghands, Billy Moyer, your top 3.
Clay Harris scheduled to come out next in the 6th car. He did not hot lap, and he is not in line to qualify. And so he brought up the other one. Peyton Looney is not down there either. There is Clay Harris in the 6th car in the Wilkerson Farms, Reinke Manufacturing, National Fragile X Foundation, Dunright Construction, Palm Beach Coastal Strategies, Growers Irrigation, Universal Cable Systems, 12 Kings Construction. That's a Longhorn with a Ricky Rydell. Looney a scratch for time trials. It'll be the 93 Mason Oberkramer out of Rosalie, Missouri. The Longhorn with a Scott Bailey. Oberkramer Tire, Premier Custom Homes, Premier Flatwork, Got Foam. Mr. Amico of Midwest Sheet Metal, followed by Ricky Thornton Jr. DJ, and the Coleman Farms Racing, Hoker Trucking, Knights Companies, Capital Waste, Elite Ready Mix, Certified Inspection, Strange Oval, SI Towing and Recovery, Sunoco Ratios, Longhorn, Cornet, 20 RT.
Clay Harris will be 7th quick. Mason Oberkramer will be 8th quick. And Ricky Thornton Jr. did not trip the trigger on my monitor in front of me. It'll be Clay Harris, 7th fastest, is that right? Yeah, 15950. Mason Oberkramer, 8th quick, best lap 16260. And we will wait and see if a time came in to the series live timing and scoring for the 20 RT of Ricky Thornton Jr. As it stands right now without his time, Daniel Hilsebeck still has the time to beat here in All-Star Performance Time Trials Group A with a 1:5.132.
Well, Hudson O'Neill's coming up next. Guess whose birthday is today, July the 10th?
Not Hudson O'Neill's, it's September 5th.
It's the real deal, the 2014 Lucas Oil champion, Don O'Neill. Happy birthday to him. There's his son, Hudson O'Neill. The Todd and Vicki Burns SSI Motorsports, Longhorn, Cornet, Big River Steel, as Subsurface of Indiana, Wheeler Metals, Merrill Bonding, Professional Concrete Cutting and Drilling, O'Neill Salvage and Recycling, Lineal Contracting, Beeman Lumber, Seven Spurs Ranch, Indiana, USSSA, Fast Pitch Softball, followed by Jake Nightingale. He's out of Hutchinson, Kansas, the Rocket Cornet. He is in the Mel Hamilton 4PG Products, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center, Big Corner Creative. He is a 3-time Kansas IMCA modified champion. And then Gordy Gundaker, DJ, the Hoker Trucking, JB Salvage, St. Louis Screw and Bolt, Vanilla Cycles, Longhorn Clements, 11.
5th quick for Hudson O'Neill, 8th quick for Jake Nightingale, 4th quick, good lap for Gordy Gundaker, lap number 2, Hudson O'Neill. He's currently 6th, he will stay there, best lap 1:5.549. Jake Nightingale will move up to 8th fastest, 1:57.85. And Gordy Gundaker jumps up to 3rd quick, good lap, 1:5.163. Daniel Hilsebeck, Chase Younghands, Gordy Gundaker, your top 3 after 11 cars. Transponder was not picking up on the 20 RT of Ricky Thornton Jr. They've got a new transponder on the race car, James, and I believe he is going to go back out in this next group.
Well, with the number of races we do, sometimes they go dead. As you check there, it's the left front frame rail where the down bar meets the snout. How about your front rows so far in heats 1 and 2, DJ? Hilsebeck, Younghands, Gundaker, and Billy Moyer.
Get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn. Let's go. See down there checking on the 20 RT. Also coming up will be Dallin Murdy. Dallin Murdy, he's in the Longhorn tonight. Tyler Bruning is in the AK race cars. By the way, you mentioned it a while ago. Congratulations to Austin Kirkpatrick. Tanner English is going to clinch the Summer Nationals points here the next couple of nights in an AK race cars for Austin Kirkpatrick. So congratulations to AK himself there. There goes Ricky Thornton Jr. for the green, and he'll be out there by himself. So Hilsebeck, 15-1-3-3. He has never been fast time in a Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series event, DJ.
Yeah, well, Ricky Thornton Jr. is going to see if he has anything at all to say about that. Lap 1, 5th quick, 1.5477. That's the good news for RT. He's got to find 3/10 though on lap number 2 if he's going to have anything for Daniel Hilsebeck. He tries a different line in turns 3 and 4. The 2024 Series champ comes off the corner. Lap number 2 is not better. He stays 5th. His best lap time is a 1.5477. So after 12 cars, Daniel Hilsebeck still the time to beat, 1.5132.
It'll be Dallin Murdy, DJs out of Chelsea, Iowa, the Greg Bruning Skyline Motorsports. That is a Longhorn with a Clements Engine Quality Service. LLC, Stealth Oil Well Services, Burning Rock Products, Murdy Farms, Brown's Heavy Equipment, Quick Supply, and Cash Money Motorsports sponsor Dallin Murdy, followed by the 17SR of Brody Smith. He's out of Dade City, Florida. The Smith Speed Solutions, Rocket Durham, Big Daddy's Cattle, Total Claim Source, Skipper Smokehouse, Sunoco Race Fuels, Midway Sheet Metal, Wicks Filters, and Penske Shock 17SR, followed by the 8, two-time modified track champion here, second in the rookie points, Dylan McCown out of Urbana, Missouri. He's in the Charles McCown, Longhorn Scott Bailey, Midwest Sheet Metal, BLC Transportation, Sonic America's Drive-In, Empire Energy, Pomeroy Services, Mel Hamilton Ford at number 8.
First lap times going up for this trio of drivers. Dylan McCowan, Brody Smith going to be 9th quick. Dylan McCowan, quick time, 1.5038 for Dylan McCowan. Dallin Murdy's best lap is 10th quick, 1.5582. Brody Smith, good lap, 7th quick, 1.5505. And Dylan McCowan's second lap isn't better, but it won't matter. How about it, Wheatland? One of your own sets quick time for the time being in Group A. Dylan McCowan currently atop the leaderboard with a 1.5.038.
Up next, DJs, we are in Group A, heats 1 and 2 tonight. It's Ryan Johnson, the 7J out of Aurora, Missouri, the Longhorn with the Modco Racing Engine, David Johnson Construction, Underground Concrete, Ozarks Business Services, Brown's Construction, Woody's Express, Ormsby Trucking, Rex Freeze Construction, Jason Stump Grinding, and Bear Cave Customs, followed by Tyler Kuykendall, the 8K out of Warsaw, Missouri, in the Rockin' Modco Midwest Shipment Alliance, Driveway Solutions, Front Runner Services, TNK Automotive, Fish's Mobile Detailing, Williams Contracting, 8K, and Jonathan Davenport out of Blairsville, Georgia, the Double M Motorsports Longhorn, Clements tonight, A-Store and Holligan Rigging, Nutrient Solutions, Martin Automotive, ASC Warranty, 49.
So the first lap's going up for that trio of drivers, and the
49 to the top.
49 to the top, yes, thank you. It did not populate in front of me. 1.4.922 for Jonathan Davenport. We battle a few timing and scoring issues up here. The 17 of Austin Howes will be 16th quick with a 1.6001. And Jonathan Davenport, the only driver in the 14-second bracket, James, 1.4.921. That's the new time to beat in Group A.
Austin House of the Longhorn, Scott Bailey, HR Enterprises, On Track Fitness and Nutrition, 17 Racing. So we should have one more to go. That'll be Brendan Willard. There he is out of Lebanon, Missouri. So no time for Ryan Johnson. Brendan Willard in the Longhorn Dick Hill, All Geyer Performance, Icon Graphics and Apparel, Midway Sheet Metal, Willard Asphalt, Schaefer's Racing Oil, and Aero Advantages sponsor Brendan Willard. So right now it's Davenport, McCowan, Hilsebeck, and Chase Younghans, your top 4. They are being the front row of heats 1 and 2. We'll see what Brendan Willard can do. There's Ryan Johnson. He'll get one lap at the 7J.
So the first lap times for this last group of drivers, the 3 of Brendan Willard, 19th, 1.6048. Ryan Johnson, the 7/16th, with a 15.955. Brendan Willard's second lap is better. He'll move up to 14th with a 1.5790. So that is unofficially a wrap on All-Star Performance Time Trials for Group A for the first half of the field. And Superman Jonathan Davenport, the only driver in the 14-second bracket, lays down the quickest lap with a 1:4.921. Dylan McCowan second quick. Daniel Hilsebeck third and Chase Younghands fourth. And how about that, James? If those times hold up, it'll be those four plus Gordy Gundaker and Billy Moore. No, 4 heat races tonight.
Yes, 4 heat races.
I was looking at my sheet that was broken into 6.
Gordy and Billy were thinking, hey, maybe they're going to be inside road number 1 and 2 in heat races. Are you fine? Are you populating okay
I'm
right
not
there?
Populating at all. No, I'm unpopulated right now.
All right, so the time to beat 14.922. Group B coming up next. These will be heats 3 and 4 here tonight. Making up of these drivers, it'll be the 111, 5th in the points. He's only, 40 out of 4th. That'll be Max Blair. Max Blair, the big winner last Saturday night in Muskegon County, 15th to 1st. Are you okay over there?
Hey, guys, while you're populating up there, quick note, I know he's not running the full tour this year, but how about this? That holds up. That would be Jonathan Davenport's first All-Star Performance Fast Qualifier Award of the year. We've had 14 other drivers do it. He's not one of them, though. He's trying to change that right now.
He is a 2-time Diamond Nationals winner. Of course, that is tomorrow night, $25K to win. Ben, there's Max Blair. In the Brad Spochas, Centerline Motorsports, Riggs Fiber, Creekside Auto Sales, C&J Dairy, Murphy's Logging, Virgilia Iron and Steel, Upstate Auto Group, Andy's Towing, Tavern 618, The Gable Inn, Lakeside Auto Body, Longhorn Clements, followed by Clay Stuckey, Shreveport, Louisiana, the Ronnie Stuckey, Longhorn Clements, Fibertech Cutting, Laser Cutting, Graphic Arts Express, Extreme Graphics, Advanced Powder Coating, Mooring Transit, Lone Star Super Gas, and Brandon Conkwright. He's out of Wamego, Kansas, right? Wamego, Rocket Pro Power, Schroll. I can try to read your writing. Schroll Body and Paint, Film at 11, Truck and Auto Accessories, and Bud's Auto Service, 24C.
You got it. All right, Max Blair, Clay Stuckey, Brandon Conkwright. That's how they shake out after lap number 1. Lap 2 for Max Blair, not as good. Best lap, 1:55.96. Clay Stuckey, second lap better. He's second quick, 1:57.67. Brandon Conkwright, second lap, not as good. He is third quick, best lap, 1:62.02. So the early time to beat in Group B, the 111 of Max Blair with a lap of 1:05.596.
Up next, the defending Prairie Dirt Classic champion. He's 8th in the Lucas Oil points out of Chatham, Illinois. That'll be Brian Shirley and the Bob and Lisa Cullen. Thomas Express, Hoker Trucking, All Guy Performance, Ted Brown's Quality Paint and Body Shop, Cheap Cars, J&J Gaming, J&E Construction, Longhorn Durham, followed by Caden Cloud out of Edina, Missouri, the Longhorn Pro Power. He's in the McCaig Millard Chapels companies, McVickers, Misty Valley Farms, Millard Family Chapels, Clyburn Tank Punch, Petroff Towing, and Pyro Signs. And in Jason Sibbles out of Oliver, Missouri, the Longhorn Durham. He is in the Great River Engineering, Ultra Force Machines, Midwest Sheet Metal, Synergy Suspension, 0X.
First lap time for Caden Klatt, fourth quick. Jason Sibbles will go fifth quick on lap number 1. And Brian Shirley has gone to the top of the leaderboard. Lap 2 for Squirrels not as good, and it's not going to matter. 1:05.130. That's a good lap for Brian Shirley. Caden Klatt, second lap better. Fourth quick, 1:05.789. And Jason Sibbles, currently fifth quick with a 1:06.121.
You get a bigger font on that, so you can see. There you go.
Well, I'm trying not to crush our very own Dan Just up here, who's working on getting your monitor, and I think the My Race Pass app both
Just
working.
Dan, yeah, he's.
I was riding on 2 wheels up here. You can see my undercarriage. That sounded way worse than I meant it. One of those ones.
Well, Tyler Wolf is
one of those ones.
He's in the 4W out of Fayetteville, Arkansas. He's at the MB Customs Vic Hill, Army, Lobo Racing, Rasmussen Construction, Carson Ferguson, the Paler Motorsports, Longhorn Cornet, Hoopah Grading Company, Coleman Farms Racing, Tribble Electric, Solidify Concrete Floor Solutions, Buddy's Wrecker, Madman Designs, Pro Fabrication, Pilot Risk Manager Consulting, and Chevy Boyer out of New Haven, Missouri, the Rock and Mullins, American Family Insurance, Prather Images, Burwell Motorsports, Race Cars and Parts, Mike Robbie Productions, and Alpha Tool Tech.
Carson Ferguson, second quick. Tyler Wolf, fourth fastest. And Chevy Boyer, ninth quick. Lap 2. Tyler Wolf stays fourth, 1:05.637. Carson Ferguson, lap 2, a little better, stays second behind Shirley, 1:05.362. And the final lap time 1-4. Chevy Boyer's a little better, and he stays 9th, 1-6-2-4-8. So after 9 cars, Brian Shirley, Carson Ferguson, Max Blair, your top 3.
Good thing we don't have the camera up here, do we? Can we get one of these yellow flow shirts down at the trailer yet, or can you order those online at Shop Lucas Dirt?
Probably got to buy it.
Dan is shaking his head no. It's one of a kind.
Dan is one of a kind.
He is one of a kind. Justin Wells in his season debut. 2-time late model track champion here, the 98 car. He's out of Aurora, Missouri. He's of the Longhorn with the Scott Bailey, Henry's Towing Service, Petty John Construction, Freedom Bank of Southern Missouri, Wilson Dock Construction, Super Seal, Henry's Towing Services, Bill Vance Marine, H&W Auto Salvage, followed by Corey Lawler out of Hanover, PA, the Longhorn Pro Power, Poncho's Racing Products, Creekside Auto Sales, Sunoco Race Fuels, and Andrew Kosiski out of La Vista, Nebraska, DJ, the Longhorn Pro Power, Al Belt Custom Homes, Connor's Fight, will save you, we'll save you. Not only that, but we'll smoke you barbecue, and Kosiski Auto Parts, A1 Crash Cars, 53.
You got them all in. How about Justin Wells has not raced all year, and he just rolled out there and set the 4th quick lap time. Andrew Kosiski 5th. Corey Lawler is 11th. Justin Wells 2nd lap, not as good. He stays 4th. Right now, that is outside front row of Heat 4, 1-5-6-2-2. Corey Lawler 2nd lap, 9th, 16-002. Andrew Kosiski's best lap, 8th. 15-8-1-0. Brian Shirley, Carson Ferguson, Max Blair. Right now, your top 3 after 12 cars here in Group B.
It's a shame Wells doesn't have the 2006 TNT that he's had over 100 wins at. Of course, strong here last year in the Lucas Oil Series, right?
He led laps in the Cowboy Classic, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, there's Dan Ebert. Electrical issues last night. Looks like hopefully they've got him fixed tonight. The James Trantina 60 car. He's at Lakeshore, Minnesota. The Rocket Collins Brothers Towing in St. Cloud, Minnesota. Minnesota Truck Headquarters, Amsoil Christensen Group Insurance, Trucking Fuel Factory. Followed by Brendan Smith, the Smith Speed Solutions, Rocket Durham, Yellowhammer Design and Construction. Sunoco Race Fuels, Big Daddy's Cattle, Wicks Filter, Speed Solutions, Midwest Sheet Metal, Integra, and Tyler Bruning. He is in the AK Race Cars, Clements, Truck Country, Quick Supply, Bruning Rock Products, and Brown's Heavy Equipment, Olson Explosive, Murdy Farm, 16 for Fear the Beard.
Dan Ebert 7th, Brendan Smith 10th, Tyler Bruning 3rd quick, good lap, 1-5-4-5-8. Lap number 2 for Dan Ebert is 7th quick, 1-5-7-5-2. Lap 2 for Brendan Smith, not as good, 11th, 1-5-8-3-6. And Tyler Bruning goes to 2nd quick, James, 1-5.340. So now it's Brian Shirley, Tyler Bruning, Carson Ferguson, your top 3 here in Group B. And we've got, what about 9 more cars to go?
So Fear the Squirrel and Fear the Beard, 1st and 2nd, right?
That's right.
All right, DJ, it'll be Josh Rice, the current O'Reilly Auto Parts top rookie. He was the Cowboy Classic winner here Memorial Day weekend, the 11R out of Crittenden, Kentucky. He's in the James Radlett, JR Motorsports, Longhorn, Big Hill, the Glenwood Electric Chain Locker, Sunoco Race Fuels, Rice Excavating and Plumbing, MC Tank, MG Auto Sales, Jesse Insurance, Big Al's Guns and Outdoors, Lonkard Construction, Bria Collision, JRR Trucking, Keltner Contracting, JR Motor Sales 11, followed by Cole Wells. Out of Aurora, Missouri, the Longhorn Cornet, Bill Hendricks Motorsports, Real Beef Direct, Henry's Towing, Bill Vance Marine, Horton Supply, Fry Farms, Synergy Suspension, and Aaron Morant. Of course, he's in the Summit Heating and Cooling, Burlington Auto Repair, Longhorn, Durham, and Rice goes to 2nd.
He sure does. Cole Wells goes to 13th, and Aaron Morant goes to 15th. Josh Rice, does he have anything for Brian Shirley on lap number 2? He did not, and that was really close. The caution comes out because Cole Wells was trying to exit the racetrack, and I think forgot that's where cars were entering the racetrack. And so, yeah, can't do that. Can't park there, as Charlie Mefford would say. I don't
know if the Hellraiser Jack's caution came out before Rice crossed the transponder loop, so we'll see here.
It was really, really close. His 2nd lap was not as good, or was not good enough to overtake Brian Shirley anyway. So we'll see. And Cole Wells, is Cole Wells going to take a lap now? That was a very bizarre turn of events right there.
Well, there's Aaron Moran in the 1X car. Did he get a lap in?
Yes, 15th, 16028.
Ashby Transport and Logistics, as we mentioned, Ricketts Mice. It's Mice.
Mice.
Mice
I
Properties.
said earlier.
Mice.
All right.
Main Street Auto and Paul and Jack's Tavern. By the way, everybody gets a lap. White flag for Morant.
And here comes Rice. He's going to take the checkered. This is his official second lap. And he goes to the top of the leaderboard, 15089. Wells is off the pace again in the 44. He's 13th, and Aaron Morant's second lap's a little better. He is 8th quick with a 15713. So
You think Rice is still uncertain about Lucas Oil Speedway? Coming here Memorial Day weekend for the
move over Florence. Oh, Josh Rice. Sorry, Josh King. Josh Rice, Brian Shirley, Tyler Bruning right now, your top 3 qualifiers, James, with, I believe, 2, 4, 6 left to go.
We're going to have to build new grandstand, more grandstands at Florence if this keeps up, right? If Rice can win the North-South 100, 75,000.
Throw another 1,000 people in the infield.
Well, we're paying 10,000 is Tim Sheets and Chrissy Hensley from Hellraiser Jacks during the Sunoco North-South 100. Details to be announced on a date, time, who all is eligible. 10,000 to win. We did it here last year for the Show Me 100. Rocket One was already over there preparing, all right. Joel Rogers, Austin Hargrove doing chin-ups on the lift gate. Man, they were ready. They are pumped. There's Dalton Denhoff. He's up next. Jamestown, Missouri, the Black Diamond Mullins. Imhoff Construction, Dirt Track Specialist, Sherwood Williams, Imhoff Farms, followed by Brandon Shepard, the current point seater. Out of New Berlin, Illinois, the Mark Richards Rocket Durham, Valvoline, Swibert Calf Ranches, Ace Metalworks, Performance Grading, Petrov Towing, Franklin Enterprises, Sunoco Ratios, Gunners Hunting, Styles Marine Maintenance, Collins Brothers Towing, and Brandon Overton, the Budweiser, Garto Southern, Riggs Fiber, Longhorn Clement, 76.
Dalton Imhoff, 15th quick on lap number 1. Brandon Shepard, 5th quick his first time around. Brandon Overton, 5th quick his first time around. Lap number 2 for Dalton Imhoff, the 96, 17th best lap, 15947. Rocket One, currently 6th. He stays 6th. His best time is a 15451. Brandon Overton is currently 5th. He will stay 5th. His best time is a 15417. So neither of no one in that group able to crack the front row of a heat race, James. Right now, Josh Rice, Brian Shirley, Tyler Bruning, Carson Ferguson holding those first and second starting spots in heats 3 and 4, and you've got, I believe, one driver left.
Dusty Leonard out of Hayesville, Kansas. By the way, for those that didn't join us here for the Show Me 100, Richard Turner, Eric Turner, his son, they've done a lot of work here. It doesn't shelf off anymore in 3 and 4, nor in 1 and 2. So we had a really great Show Me 100. Bobby Pierce won from 15th. And just a fantastic weekend. If we could put 3 good days of weather together for the Show Me, it's going to be for 2027. That's our hope as we go Dusty Leonard and the Rocket Dargy, Bryce Leonard, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Taylor Made Performance, Ron Fox Motorsports, Missouri Metal Buildings, LHK Trailer, and Feldcap Furniture, RV Martin Farms, 7D.
Their first lap time for the Marysville, Kansas driver, 16th quick, 15892 for Dusty Leonard. And I believe this is the first time we have seen him with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series
first race
season.
with it.
Yeah. Ran with us a couple times last year. Second lap time improves 1 spot, moves up to 15th with a best lap of 15811, and that is a wrap on All-Star Performance Time Trials here this evening. So in Group B, how about Josh Rice with a 15.089? Brian Shirley second quick, Tyler Bruning third, and Carson Ferguson fourth. As long as those times hold up in the Long Acre Racing Products Tech and Scale area, they will start in the front row of heats 3 and 4. Was Overton, Shepard, and the rest of the field. And with that in mind, James, next on the agenda, opening ceremonies here this evening. We will step aside for a set of commercial breaks. When we come back, we'll have opening ceremonies and more. It's the salute to Forrest Lucas here at Lucas Oil Speedway, and you're watching it live on FloRacing.
Deep in the world of dirt racing lies a mind that refuses to rest. A team obsessed with innovation, precision, and the relentless hunt for speed. A brand new product line built through a partnership with one of the most respected names in high-performance suspension. Öhlins doesn't simply participate in racing. Racing is their core. Öhlins Shocks, available exclusively through Longhorn Dynamics.
Turn your passion into a career at the University of Northwestern Ohio. From high performance to automotive, diesel, and everything in between, you'll find a degree that will get you a job.
Students that go through our programs have fantastic experiences, and they come out getting good job placements.
70% hands-on, no out-of-state tuition, and accredited degrees in trades that are in high demand all across the country.
10 out of 10. If you even think this is the right place for you, you better just go.
Learn more about your future at unoh.edu.
Every weekend under the lights, racers chase something bigger than a trophy. And since 1998, Race Car Engineering has been serving the racing community that keeps this sport alive. With over 100 years of combined racing experience. Now with a brand new website featuring free freight on all orders over $199. RaceCarENG.com. Race Car Engineering, built for racers.
The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series is brought to you by FloRacing, your #1 source for all things racing. By Summit Racing Equipment, let's build it together. And by Sunoco Race Fuels, race fuel for the street. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Lucas Oil Speedway in Wheatland, Missouri. It's the opening night of the CMH Diamond Nationals weekend. Tonight, we run 40 laps for 15 large in the Salute to Forrest Lucas. As we are getting Penske Shocks heat race number 1 in the staging lane. At this time, we will send it down trackside to Mr. Doug Neff.
Well, thank you, Mr. Jarrett. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lucas Oil Speedway. Of course, it is the tribute to Forrest Lucas night here, night number 1 of the CMH Diamond Nationals. We're glad to have you along. Before we get going, we need to pay tribute to some very important people in our stands. That is our veterans. If you have served or are serving in the United States military, whether it be the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marines, or the Coast Guard, please stand at this time and be recognized for your service. Please join those heroes standing among you here tonight for our invocation, Reverend Alan Perkins and Racers for Christ.
Let's pray. Lord, we thank you for a very nice evening to come together to pay tribute to Forrest, and we thank you, Lord, for the friend that he was to all of us, and we pray your blessings upon his family and that you'd continue to walk with them in this time. Lord, we just pray tonight that you'd keep your hand upon this track for safety tonight, everyone in and around it. We thank you for the men and women who have served and are serving in our United States military. We pray your blessings upon them. And Lord, we just ask you to continue to keep your hand upon this great United States of America. And may you direct her and help her and strengthen her. And may we become stronger than we have ever been. And now, Lord, again, your blessings of safety tonight upon this track and upon everyone who leaves here and goes to their homes. And we thank you for that. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Please remain standing and remove your hats. Put your hands to your heart for the playing of our national anthem. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we always say we have the best fans in the stands here at the Diamond and Dirt Tracks. So before we send it upstairs to Dustin Jarrett and the immortal, iconic birthday boy, James Essex, for the call, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to answer the question, are you ready for racing tonight?
All right.
They got to do better than that, don't they, Doug? I mean, you got to, yeah. That's all right.
We'll save it. We'll save it for tomorrow for the iconic, immortal gentleman who celebrated a birthday earlier this week. By the way, happy belated birthday, buddy.
Thank you very much.
I text you on your birthday.
You did. Thank you. I appreciate that. I got like 5 million texts, and I haven't returned all of them. Dan Just even sent me a message.
How about that? I don't have Dan's phone number, but what I do have is the starting lineup for Penske Shocks heat race number 1. It'll be 8 laps in distance. Top 4 are going to race their way in, and starting on the pole out of Blairsville, Georgia, in the Lance Landers 49. It's Superman Jonathan Davenport on his outside. Out of Earlham, Iowa, great qualifying effort for the 22 of Daniel Hilsebeck.
In the Kent Robinson JB Salvage sponsored 11, it'll be Gordy Gundaker out of St. Charles, Missouri, and on the outside of him in the 20 RT in the Bobby and Jessica Kohler entry out of Chandler, Arizona is Ricky Thornton Jr. What a lineup. Look at this.
I know. Row number 3 on the inside out of Brandon, Florida. The 40B is Kyle Bronson, and on his outside, a former Show Me 100 winner in the number 99, the defending series champ, that is Devin Moran.
Jake Nightingale in his Lucas Oil debut tonight, 3-time IMCA State of Kansas champion He's out of Hutchinson, Kansas. And Garrett Alberson, 7th of the points of the 58 out of Las Cruces, New Mexico.
Your final 3 starters, Ryan Johnson in the 7J, Tyler Kuykendall in the 8K, and Peyton Looney in the 15. That's going to give us 11 cars racing 8 laps. Top 4 transfer to the A main, James. The winner starts on the Bill Stein pole. It'll be Davenport and Hilsebeck leading him to the green flag in the Ace Doran hauling and rigging starting zone.
Or JD would say Ace Doran. Here we go into 1. Davenport lead. Ricky Thornton Jr. goes to the top shelf, down the back straight away. It's no longer a shelf up there. It is pure racing into turn number 3. Go for turn number 4. Out in front is Davenport, Hilsebeck 2nd, and Thornton is 3rd.
Absolutely good battle up at the front of the field. Again, the top 4 transfer in, and they tried to all go 3 wide right around the bottom right there. Is Gordy Gundaker going to get shuffled out of this one? Davenport stays out front. Hilsebeck continues to turn back the challenges. The 20 RT, there's the battle for the final transfer. Moran has it. Bronson trying to take it.
It's like a mini feature out here. Friday Night Lights into turn 3. Davenport, Hilsebeck solid at 2nd. Moran to the top. Bronson's going to throw it in to Springfield out of 4. And he's got Moran by half a car length.
How about that?
Oh, baby.
How about that? Good stuff right there. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars all right there together. Yep, Gordy on the bottom. What else is new? He's trying to work his way back into a transfer. As James says, you're not missing anything up front. Jonathan Davenport by 2 seconds over a herd of cars back there.
Yeah,
Second,
that
third
was the
on back.
Hillraiser Jacks halfway. Why not more? Let's just run 12 laps in the heat races tonight. This is pretty good. Davenport well in front. How about Hilsebeck solid? Behind him, a Hornet's Nest. It is Thornton, Bronson, Moran, Gundaker, Alberson, Nightingale. And right now, Jonathan Davenport, Clements Power Plant of the hood of that Ace Doran, 49, out in front, looking to sit on the Bill Stein Shocks pole here tonight.
Yeah, he just continues to gain momentum and add to that lead. 2.6 seconds, the lead for Jonathan Davenport. The battle for the final transfer, still a 5-way dance on the right side of your screen. Bronson. And look at Kyle Bronson throwing a slider on Thornton. Thornton takes it back.
My goodness. Bronson working the bottom. He goes side by side with Thornton as they come out of turn number 4. It'll be the checkered flag. Davenport is going to win it. Hilsebeck 2nd, and Bronson throws it in on Thornton down the front straightaway, and Bronson by half a car length. Oh my goodness, what a race that was for 3rd on back.
It sure was. The final transfer spot goes to Ricky Thornton Jr. in the 20 RT. 3rd goes to KB40 Kyle Bronson. 2nd goes to the 22 of Daniel Hilsebeck, and the winner of Penske Shocks heat race number 1. James, he's going to start on the Bill Stein pole tonight. He is in the Lance and Darla Landers, Ace Doran Hauling and Rigging, Nutrient Ag Solutions, ASC Warranty, Mark Martin Automotive, Mega Plumbing of the Carolinas, Mount Airy Polaris sponsored number 49. How about it, ladies and gentlemen, for the driver out of Blairsville, Georgia, Superman Jonathan Davenport.
Jonathan Davenport's already got 3 wins at Lucas Oil Speedway in 2026. He swept the Spring Nationals, won the Show Me 100 opener, 3rd in the finale, 13 wins on the year, and the Bill Stein pole for the 4th time this year. JD, the race car looked really good. It looks like maybe the Gremlins have left this 49.
Well, we sure hope so, but you never know when they can show back up. So just thanks to my guys. They really worked their tails off and listened to all my complaints, and sometimes I'm right, but a lot of times I'm wrong. So we'll keep changing on this thing, keep tweaking on it. I felt pretty good there, just late on the right rear a little bit, but that's usually pretty good here. So we'll see what we got in this feature here.
All right, he's got his Deathridge optician glasses on, a smile on his face. Jonathan Davenport, guys, the winningest driver in the history of the Lucas Oil Series. Tonight he's going to try to add another one. He'll go after win number 97 from the Bill Stein pole.
Cherry picker, sandbagger, what do they call him? He's pretty good, isn't he? He's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
He might just make it in this racing thing.
Just maybe.
Summit Racing Equipment heat number 2. How about this one, James? Urbana's Dylan McCowan on the pole. And on his outside, out of Manhattan, Kansas, the 18 of Chase Youngham.
68-year-old Billy Moyer, the only 6-time World 100 winner, 857 career wins. The Keith Lawson AK Race Cars 21 out of Batesville, Arkansas. And Brody Smith alongside. Billy Moyer's got what? Socks? older than Brody Smith, right? He's still a teenager. Dade City, Florida, the 17 SR.
Hudson O'Neal is the 2023 Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series champ. And on his outside, in the Greg Bruning, number 13, the game changer, that's Dallin Murdy.
Moyer's had a soul patch longer than Brody Smith's been alive. Brennan Willard, Clay Harris in row 4, Dustin.
And your final 2 starters, it will be Austin Howes and Mason Oberkramer.
Wow.
10 cars running 8 laps. Top 4 going to race their way in out of Summit Racing Heat 2. The winner of this one will start 3rd in tonight's 40-lap salute to Forrest Lucas. McCowan on the pole, Young Hands on the outside, and the green will wave in the Ace Doran hauling a rigging starting zone.
Neither one have ever won a Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series race. McCowan, 2-time modified track champion here. Billy Moyer on the bottom, down the back straightaway. Young Hands on the outside. Man, if you're missing, if you're at home and you're enjoying this, come on out tomorrow night. Going to be a great weather day. Look at this battle, second on back. There's still 2x2 into 1 behind your leader, Dylan McCowan.
You know what they say, 68 is the new 28. Billy Moyer right now running in the 3rd spot. Brody Smith was in there. He just got shuffled out of line. The 71 on the extreme high side of the racetrack. Right now, it's McCowan, Young Hands, Moyer, and Murdy, your top 4.
Well, Billy Moyer, one of the all-time greats, obviously, right now in that 3rd spot. Right now, Young Hands trying to get it going up top, but Dylan McCowan still out in front. How about this racetrack? Richard Turner, it is fabulous. Again here tonight as it was during the Show Me 100 week, DJ.
Yeah, and it was great for both events last year as well. Right now, Dylan McCowan staying out front. He's on the bottom. You're looking at the battle for the transfer spot as Dallin Murdy has it. And former series champ Hudson O'Neal tries to take it away.
McCowan down the back straightaway, his first full year in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, second to Josh Rice in the Rookie of the Year standings. Young Hands tries to get that top working. Out at turn number 4, 3 laps to go. Moyer 3rd. Murdy runs in 4th. Boy, Young Hands is trying, but Dylan McCowan, Dallin Murdy into the wall in 13. Yeah. And that is a Hellraiser Jack's caution for the youngster out of Chelsea, Iowa. He had a good run going, Dustin Jarrett.
Yeah, he got up over the. So we talked about the top of 1 and 2 not shelving off, but it does still have the access road that goes back to the pit area. As you see the damage on the right rear of Dallin's car, and that's exactly what happened, James. He just got that right rear up too high on the access road to the pit area, and that sucked him into the outside wall. And we're going to take a look at our FK Rod Ends instant replay.
And he was running in the 4th and final transfer spot. Yeah, I just got off the racetrack and hard into the concrete. So Murdy in the Longhorn tonight. Tyler Bruning, who's going to start on the outside front row of the next heat race. He's in the Longhorn tonight. Man.
Yeah, tough break there for the driver that's been an IMCA standout the last several years. Over 20 wins each of the last couple seasons for Dallin Murdy. And so we will look for him in one of this evening's B mains. But how about the driver out front, Wheatland, Dylan McCowan?
What a night is here. We got the Wells family here for the first time this year. They'll put on a show. Dylan McCowan, you know, we've seen Jesse Stovall's been racing some. Maybe he'll come out tomorrow night. Hey, guess who I heard earlier this year may be coming out back in a year or two? How about Will the Thrill Vaught?
Yes.
He's still got a racing equipment.
Boy, we
and
spent
he
too much
may be
time
up. Hey, when you got kids, you know how it is. Girls, boys, they got summer sports and all year long, and it seems like anymore. But we might see the Thrill back in a few years. Not Vic the Thrill Hill. We've seen him.
He's already running.
He's already back. All right, McCowan, Young Hands. It'll be a single file restart. 3 laps to go. Young Hands can get good in the 4, cannot get off of there. There's O'Neal right now in 4th. But
and they're running different lines as well. Yeah. McCowan's been, for the most part, kind of right around the bottom, but Young Hands been running a little higher groove down in turns 3 and 4 here these last few laps. So we'll see if he's got anything for Dylan McCowan in this one. Rob Penrod on the flag stand, James.
We talked about repeat winners in the Lucas Oil Series. We have not had a repeat winner that's gone back-to-back since Davenport won 3 times in a row at the opener at Golden Isles. Ever since then, it's been every other. It's never been back-to-back as a driver won.
And you talk about talk about great races. That whole week at Golden Isles. Here we go. Green flag back out in the Ace Doran restart zone, and a good restart for Dylan McCowan, who pulls 3 car lengths immediately on the 18.
O'Neal goes to the top, down the back straightaway in 71 on the outside of Billy Moyer. Boy, his dad, Don O'Neal, and Billy Moyer had a lot of great races. Former members of the Petrol Posse.
That's right.
Moyer and Don O'Neal and Shannon Babb as they go into 1. O'Neal's got it working up top, 2 to go. Here comes 71 down the back straightaway.
I think they were all in the GVS racing car at one time as well. Move over 10-10, 220. Barron's Performance, 1 to go. Final time around for your race leader, Dylan McCowan. Good battle for 3rd as Hudson O'Neal's taking it away from Billy Moyer.
Wasn't Auckland in that?
He was in that.
It's
99 cents.
99 cents out of turn 4. Who's going to win Heat 2? It's going to be Missouri's Dylan McCowan, DJ.
Chase Younghand 2nd, Hudson O'Neal 3rd, and Billy Moyer races his way in as he grabs that final transfer ahead of Mason Oberkramer. Brody Smith, Brenna Willard, and the rest of the field. 4th goes to Billy Moyer. 3rd goes to Hudson O'Neal. 2nd goes to Chase Younghand, and the winner of Summit Racing Equipment Heat Race number 2. We have the 25-year-old out of Martinsville, Indiana, and the SSI Motorsports Professional Concrete Cutting and Drilling, Wheeler Metals, Merrill Bonding, Big River Steel, O'Neal Construction, O'Neal Salvage and Recycling, Indiana USSSA Fast Pitch Softball. No, that's the wrong car. It's the 8. Where am I at? Hello. It's going to be Dylan McCowan of the Sonic America's Drive-In, BLC Transportation, Pomeroy Services, Empire Energy, McCowan Farms, Heritage Tractor, Midwest Sheet Metal, Lee Construction number 8. That's Dylan McCowan. Ben, just call me Ron Burgundy. If it's on the screen, I'll read it.
The 2nd heat race win with the series this year. Dylan, how good is it to be back home?
Oh, it's a feeling unexplainable. You know, I love this place and I love coming here, and you know, it's good to come out here and do good in front of all of our fans. You know, I want to say thank you to all my sponsors and all these fans that have showed up, and you know, thank you to my mom and dad, my little brother, and my crew guys, Riley and Chasen, and you know, Scott Bailey's back there wrenching on this thing too. So you know, it takes a whole field of people to get this thing done. And if you haven't been up and seen the T-shirt booth up there, make sure and go up there and see Cody and get a T-shirt.
I heard you got a special hug from Stacy Stanek, and whenever she gives you a hug, you run well. So maybe one before the feature too.
Yeah, I need it. You know, we need all the luck we can get. Huge thank you to her. It always seems to do the trick.
A big smile on his face. How about it? Dylan McCowan picks up the win. Summit Racing Equipment Heat 2. He'll start 3rd in the tribute to Forrest Lucas.
And we do have Sonics in Indiana, by the way, so you should take note of that.
But is Indiana SSSA Fast Pitch in Missouri?
Well,
Boy,
if you're wearing glasses, you're 2 for 2.
That's going to go down as an all-timer for me right there. I gotta try to right the ship here.
Ron Burgundy.
Cool at Thermotech Heat Race number 3. This driver's from Crittenden, Kentucky. That's the 11 of Josh Rice on his outside. Out of Decorah, Iowa, the 16 is Tyler Bruning.
Not enough Budweiser for you, because it's the Budweiser 76 and branded over to Max Blair. These heat races are top-notch. These are Eldora-like heat races. Max Blair, the 111 alongside Dustin.
We move back to row number 3 on the inside out of Fayetteville, Arkansas. It'll be Tyler Wolf in the 4 on his outside. Out of Lake Shore, Minnesota, the 60 is Dan Ebert.
I keep waiting for you to say Wolf Dog. Caden Klatt, Edina, Missouri. Dusty Leonard out of Marysville, Kansas in 7D.
Cole Wells looks like he's a scratch, so we'll have Corey Lawler and Brandon Conkright at the tail end of the field. Race car engineering pace truck pulls in. 10 cars, 8 laps, top 4 transfer. Winner starts on the outside front row in the salute to Forrest Lucas.
H-Door and Hauling and Rigging start zone. Hellbat Bruning on the outside. One career win that was a Golden Isles last year. He's going to take the lead. Well, we missed him last night at 34. We thought they were going to be there. Murdy and Bruning, they're side by side here. Rice, the Cowboy Classic winner. That was too close to call.
Yeah.
Lap 1.
Give it to Bruning by 7 1/1000ths of a second on lap number 1. Good race up front between those two.
Cuts down on him. Bruning looking good in 16. He is in the AK race cars. What a week for AK race cars. They're going to win the Summer Nationals points with Tanner English. Billy Moyer's in the show. Bruning trying to put it in, but here comes the Longhorn, and Josh Rice is going to throw it into Cincinnati. Out at turn 4, and Rice takes the lead in 11. Oh,
he threw it into Cincinnati from Wheatland. That was one hell of a throw. And let me tell you, Brittany going to drive back down to the inside in the 16. Good battle up front. And we've got a Hellraiser Jacks caution. Dusty Leonard and Corey Lawler have come together. And that will slow the pace with 3 laps scored, 5 laps remaining. Important to note that Josh Rice was the leader the last time by at the scoring loop.
It's the leader +3 in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Man, what a race. Rice, Bruning, Overton is 3rd, 4th is Blair. As you see Dusty Leonard down there, the Marysville, Kansas. Hey, come on out tomorrow night, $25K to win. Always a big crowd for the Diamond Nationals, good weather forecast. And I tell you what, it's turned out to be a beautiful night. Not a cloud in sight on this Friday night. The salute to Forrest Lucas. We'll see from the flag stand. There we go. As you see the speed cam down there, brought to you by FK Rod-In. So
Caden Klatt had maybe slowed there a little bit.
Remember Caden Klatt, the last time we saw him involved in that multi-car accident. Whoa. Here during the Show Me 100.
There's the Penrod cam.
The Penrod cam. Rob will be with us tomorrow night. Then he'll head back. He'll be doing a little bit busy next week at Eldora, won't he be?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Joker's Jackpot with Interstate Batteries High Limit Racing. Of course, that's live right here on Flow, and that is the prelude. That's the lead into, of course, the Kings Royal there at Eldora Speedway, as Dusty Leonard looks like his heat race might be finished as the Kansas native gets help being pulled off the speedway. James, again, 3 laps are scored, 5 laps remaining right now. It's Josh Rice, Tyler Bruning, Brandon Overton, Max Blair. Your 4 transfer cars: Dan Ebert, Tyler Wolf, Caden Klatt, Brandon Conkright, and Corey Lawler on the outside looking in.
Does that worry you? They're double checking the pyro in the infield, making sure.
Not me. I'm not pit reporting.
No.
Sorry, Ben.
Sorry, Ben. It's going to be something else. Salute to Forrest Lucas here tonight. Is that Casey Schumann down?
No, it's Casey Schumann directly to your right now.
Oh, there he is right there.
He's standing right beside you. Boy, we are a pair. I can't read. You can't see. We're like one of these 2-man cruiser operations. All right, 3 laps scored, 5 laps to go, and Josh Rice is out front. We have lost all control here tonight.
All right. Josh Rice is leading at 11. Down the back straightaway, Bruning. Here comes Overton at 76. And Hellraiser Jack's caution turn number 1. And that is Caden Klatt. Oh, my goodness.
He has got major damage on the 50, and they are actually going to bring the red flag out for this one. Ben.
Yeah, I looked down there, and Caden got up there in that same area that bit Dallin Murdy. And once you get on that flat spot, it just takes you straight to the concrete. Heavy contact for the 50 car.
Yeah, and he had an unfortunate incident here with a multi-car accident here on the Show Me 100 weekend. So 3 laps in the books, I believe. Rice, Bruning, Overton, Blair, and driver is okay. We'll check the
Oh, wow.
Wow.
The track crews down there getting part of that race car extracted from the fence, and that's a good ways away. Great camera work from Chase Schaefer and Landon Summers up above. That's a good bit away from where the race car actually ended up.
Thanks to eCentralSports.com, your Donago Power Sports dealer. Thanks to them for the drone right there on Caden Klatt, the Edina, Missouri driver.
Ran with us last night at 34 Raceway in West Burlington, Iowa, as part of the 18th annual Slocum 50. Great show last night.
Yeah, good thing we weren't in Burlington, Iowa itself, because they had a pretty good rainstorm there yesterday afternoon about 5 o'clock, but it cleared off. And Brad and Jesse, great crowd there last night, 29 cars. Let's have a look from the eCentralSports.com drone on what happened to the Edina, Missouri youngster.
So we'll get that keyed up. It's going to be the opposite end of the racetrack. Yeah, so it's at the upper right-hand part of your screen. And Ben called it. Oh, man. He did. He got his right rear up on that shelf up there where cars exit the racetrack to go back to the pit area, and it sucked him into the outside wall hard.
Same thing happened to Dallin Murdy. So heat number 4 will be coming up next. So the winner of this heat again is going to start on the outside of the front row. Jonathan Davenport on the Bill Stein Shocks pole. Dylan McCowan will be behind him. Boy, a pretty sporty race there between the 11 and 16, DJ. Rice and Bruning going at it here.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been good.
Yep.
It's been good really since the drop of the green flag in this one. Those two have been battling back and forth. It was Rice leading lap 1, Bruning led lap 2. Now Rice out front on lap number 3, and we'll see if they're able to continue that once they get Caden Klatt's mangled number 50 pulled off the speedway. Ben Shelton, you've been down in the infield for all of these heat, well, the entire afternoon, really. As number 1, is it cooling down any out there? And number 2, any differences you see in this racetrack versus what we saw here about 6 weeks ago during Show Me 100 weekend?
Yeah, you know, as the sun continues to sink on the horizon, it does get nicer, and it's a nice breeze. The breeze is blowing all day. It was pretty warm earlier. It's nice now. I dare say that the racetrack, honestly, on both ends, probably has more traction in it than we saw back before we got all the rain back at the Show Me and got delayed. This thing's held up really well, especially in 1 and 2, where that top groove is shaded by that fiber. If it's on the fence, that fiber mesh, and along with the way that just the shade of the facility is. And down in 1 and 2, I think that's probably what's tripping some of these guys up. There's a lot of bite down there, and I think there's a little false security that cushion will hold you, but as we're seeing, it's very easy to get to that shelf, and that's the culprit on some of these just hard crashes to start the night.
Now, if you want to know how much damage was done to Caden Klatt's race car outside of the Denago Power Sports East Central Sports drone that's hovering above the 50 car, they've got 1, 2, 3 different members of the Lucas Oil Speedway track staff down there scavenging the high side of the speedway for debris.
Fans at home, again, if you want some Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series and FloRacing merch, go to our website, shoplucasdirt.com. Try to get that shipped out as soon as we can to you. After next weekend, we'll be off for a few weekends, and it will be at the Sunoco Race Fuels North-South 100. And for those visiting with us here tomorrow, and again, that'll be available all afternoon long at the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series souvenir stand, souvenir trailer, by the way. So stop down there and see the folks down there and all the other racers as well and support them. They've been out on the road a while, and they're going to be out on the road about another month, several of them, before we go to Florence in a couple of weeks. Don't forget, next Tuesday night we'll be at Adams County Speedway. That'll be in Corning, Iowa, and then we'll be at the Kosiski and Gary Hopp House of Power. That'll be Shelby County in Harlan, Iowa. And that'll be next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. The Silver Dollar Nationals return for the first time to Shelby County. We've enjoyed being in Houston the last couple of years, but looking forward to Shelby County, and they put on quite a show the last couple of years. Hopefully you got to see the high limit race there about a month or so ago, won by Tanner Holmes, his first national touring victory. So going to be a great show. Looks like a good weather forecast next weekend in Iowa, and we're looking forward to tonight and tomorrow night here at Lucas Oil Speedway. The Diamond and Dirt Tracks is Josh Rice, the two-time Ralph Latham Memorial winner, as he comes out of turn number 4. The East Door and Hauling and Rigging Restart Zone back underway with 5 to go. Here comes Brandon over to the outside at 76. Over to trying to make it stick. DJ down the back straight over, trying to get a run on Bruning into 3. Ebert is 4th at 60. And Josh Rice continues to show the way in 11 down the main straightaway. The Cowboy Classic winner over to Ebert, side by side into turn number 1, Dustin.
Good battle as those two cars go at it, and they've shuffled Max Blair out of a transfer spot. As now Dan Ebert going to take 3rd away from Brandon Overton momentarily. Big Sexy going to drive back down to the bottom. 3 laps to go this time. He takes 3rd back, tries to bring Max with him. Max unable to do so. James 5 down, 3 to go.
These B mains are going to be stacked here tonight. As right now Rice trying to pull away from Bruning. That Longhorn Big Hill power plant. James, Justin, and welcome Jackson Ratliff to the crew. Baby born to Justin and his wife a few weeks ago. We'll see Justin, I'm sure, at the North-South 100, where he won the Spring 50 back in March to Justin Ratliff after starting 14th. Rice continues to show the way in 11, Dustin, at the Barron's Performance. 1 lap to go.
Final time around, Josh Rice looking to start in the outside front row here tonight as he wheels the Ratliff 11 off corner number 4 to the checkered flag. He gets the win in Cola Thermotech. Heat race number 3, Tyler Bruning 2nd, Brandon Overton 3rd, and the 4th and final transfer spot will go to the 111 of Max Blair. Dan Ebert, Tyler Wolf, Corey Lawler, Brandon Conkrite, Caden Klatt, and Dusty Leonard all on the outside looking in. So Max Blair 4th, Brandon Overton 3rd, Tyler Bruning 2nd, and I got it this time, James. The JRR Motor Sales, JR Trucking, MC Tank, Glenwood Electric, MGL Auto Sales, Rice Excavating, C&K Trucking, Big Al's Guns, Keltner Contracting. Number 11 for the 26-year-old out of Crittenden, Kentucky. The winner of heat race number 3 is Josh Rice.
Josh Rice wins Kuwait Thermotech heat race number 3, and he will start in starting spot number 2 in the inaugural tribute to Forrest Lucas, pulling off the helmet. The driver of the Ratliff Motorsports, number 11, won the Cowboy Classic here back in May. Well, Josh, has it been the longest month and a half ever waiting to get back to this racetrack after how well things went back in May?
Yeah, I'd be right if we just raced here every weekend. Man, it's kind of aggravating. Like, our stuff's so good here, and I can't get it to go anywhere else. But it's a fun place to be good at, and I felt like I couldn't get down the straightaways like I could earlier in the night. So I don't know. If I work on it, I mess it up. So we're just going to put tires and fuel in it and hope for the best.
All right, they're going to give her a little bit of a combing of the hair and a little bit of pad on the rear, and it's going to get ready for the main event. Guys, this might become Lucas Oil Speedway presented by Josh Rice. If he can win this evening, he might just sponsor the racetrack, come here 5 or 6 times a year with the Lucas Oil Series.
Oh, but Josh King has a word here for a moment, right? The Florence North-South 100 coming up in a month. Here goes Brian Shirley in heat number 4, brought to you by Simpson Race Products. He's out of Chatham, Illinois. Carson Ferguson at 93. The Paler Motorsports entry out of Lincoln in North Carolina.
Row 2 on the inside. Last night's winner out of New Berlin, Illinois. And the Rocket 1 is Brandon Shepard. And on his outside, out of Aurora, Missouri in the 98, the 2-time track champ, that's Justin Wells.
Aaron Moran drives the 1X. He is out of Richmond, Missouri. And Clay Stuckey comes to us out of Shreveport, Louisiana in 15.
Andrew Kasiski going to start inside row 4 in the 53 out of La Vista, Nebraska. And on his outside, out of Dade City, Florida, Brendan Smith in the 17 SS.
Dalton Imhoff, he's out of Jamestown, Missouri. Jason Civils out of Bolivar. And Chevy Boyer out of New Haven, Missouri in 25. It will be 8 laps. Top 4 transfers. The race car engineering pace truck makes its way to the infield. Final heat of the night for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Coming up next will be the USRA Modifieds, I believe, as they go into turn number 1. Well, neither Brian Shirley or Carson Ferguson have ever won a Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series race. If one of them could win, they will start 4th here tonight. In the 40-lap A main, the salute to Forrest Lucas. Brian Shirley, in his first full year to Lucas Oil Series, leads into turn number 1.
Brian Shirley out front, Carson Ferguson second, Brandon Shepard third, and Clay Stuckey. Right now in that 4th and final transfer spot is Brendan Smith. On the outside looking in, Aaron Morant trying to get that high side rolling down in turns 3 and 4. He's the first car to step out of line. That's 5th and 6th on your screen. Both those drivers behind that trio that runs 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
Carson Ferguson in second. Shepard, the new points leader right there, sporting the Midwest Sheba DeLorean spoilers. Head down the main straightaway. 55 head of Hudson O'Neill's already in the show. B-Shep working the top shelf. He is the defending Diamond Nationals winner, is Brandon Shepard. And he'll go for $25K tomorrow night, but he wants to win that salute to Forrest Lucas here tonight, worth $15K. And Brian Shirley is tonight finally. Yes, he's won the Lucas Oil Knoxville Late Model Nationals. Yes, he's won the Prairie Dirt Classic. He's trying to win here for the first time and get his first Lucas Oil A-Main victory of the year and pocket an additional $1,000, courtesy of Steering Buddy.
3 laps to go in this one, and it's a 1.1 second advantage for the driver out of Chatham, Illinois, over that trio of Carson Ferguson, Brandon Shepard, and Clay Stuckey. Stuckey has a pretty sizable advantage. He's got about a 1.5 seconds over the next closest driver, Brendan Smith. Smith currently runs in 5th. He's on the outside looking in.
Down the back straightaway, it is all Brian Shirley with the lead as they come out of turn number 4 down the main straightaway. Shirley, Ferguson, Shepard, Stuckey at the Barron's Performance. White flag, 1 lap to go, Dustin, in the final heat of the night.
Sheppy trying to roll the high side down in turns 1 and 2 on the right side of your screen, but it's to no avail. Checkered flag in the air. Winning Simpson Race Products Heat 4 is going to be Squirrel Brian Shirley. Carson Ferguson second, Brandon Shepard third, Clay Stuckey hangs on to the final transfer. It's Brendan Smith, Aaron Morant, Justin Wells, Dalton Imhoff, and Chevy Boyer among the drivers on the outside looking in. Oh, and Andrew Kasiski and Jason Civils as well. So, Clay Stuckey 4th, Brandon Shepard 3rd. Second's Carson Ferguson. And the winner and the driver that wins Simpson Race Products Heat Race number 4 will start 4th tonight He is in the Bob Collin Racing, Thomason Express, Hoker Trucking, J&J Ventures Gaming, Allgaier Performance, J&E Construction, KBC Graphics, Cheap Cars, Ted Brown's Quality Paint and Body, sponsored number 3S. How about it for the 43-year-old Squirrel, Brian Shirley?
Brian Shirley gets his 6th Simpson Race Products Heat Race win of the year, currently 8th in the series standings. 8th, 9th, and 11th back here during the Show Me 100 weekend back in May. And he wins Simpson Race Products Heat Race number 4. As DJ said, he'll start 4th in the 40-lapper tonight. And the Bob Cullen Racing number 3S pulling off his helmet, the Chatham, Illinois driver. All right, Brian, 4th and final heat race. Give me your analysis of the racetrack. What do you see right now? Where do you think it's headed for the feature?
I mean, honestly, right now, I think it's going to be pretty good. I think they did a good job for as hot as it is to keep some moisture and stuff in the racetrack. So I think it'll be fine. It'll be a good race, and hopefully we'll be there at the end.
Brian Shirley, big smile on his face, guys. He's going to try to pick up the feature win tonight, and we've talked about it a million times. He's been so very close before. Tonight would be feature win, the 95th different driver to win a Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series feature. 4 heats in the books, and that looks like the 2-seater's making its way out.
Weekend under the lights, racers chase something bigger than a trophy. And since 1998, Race Car Engineering has been serving the racing community that keeps this sport alive. With over 100 years of combined racing experience. Now with a brand new website featuring free freight on all orders over $199. RaceCarENG.com. Race Car Engineering, built for racers.
We showed the world what it means to go big, combining mini-mill technology with industry-leading talent, producing steel our customers need in an environmentally responsible way. Now, we're going even bigger. BR2, Big River Steel's second, highly sustainable and technologically advanced steel mill is now operational, allowing us to deliver even more of the sustainable steel needed to solve the challenges of tomorrow without sacrificing performance today.
ARP, the ultimate fasteners for racing in the dirt. With high horsepower demands, ARP delivers maximum clamping force and performance. When failure on the dirt is not an option, it's ARP-bolts.com.
The salute to Forrest Lucas here at Lucas Oil Speedway, night 1 of the CMH Diamond Nationals from Wheatland, Missouri. 2-seater on the track, giving a fan a ride of their life here at Lucas Oil Speedway. Support class tonight, the Modifieds, USRA Modifieds. Again, last week we had our Thursday Night Thunder show. It was our Thursday evening before 4th of July and had over 40 Modifieds in the house with the Heartland Modified Tour. About half that tonight, a little less than that, roughly 15 made their way in. Of course, the Modifieds tonight, B-Mods will be on hand tomorrow, and we are expecting a lot more USRA B-Mods, as whenever they were in town last week as well, 44 came in. And, of course, our Thursday night show, we always do a lot of special things, including fireworks. We're going to have some fireworks a little bit later on in that tribute to Forrest Lucas. But we're ready for 2 heat races with the Modifieds getting ready to roll out from the staging area. Both of the heats for the Modifieds will be 8 laps. Passing points is how they will set the feature. 20 times around for our main event for the Modifieds as they come out from over in turn number 2. We'll get the starting grid set for heat race number 1. As El Dorado Springs, Lucas Dobbs making his way in. It is a long haul from Eldo, but Lucas will start on the pole with Kansas City, Missouri's Ben Stockton on his outside. Pittsburgh, Missouri's Greg Scheffler in the 21. It's a pair of Blackjacks on road number 2. Jacob Potter on his outside out of Fulton. Wheatland's Donnie Fellers is a family connection, as Fellers and Pursley related. Jason Pursley, the principal over at Urbana High School, he is out of Hermitage starting in 6th. And then on the final roll, it is John Sheets, a B-Mod mainstay here at Lucas Oil Speedway out of Nevada, Missouri, and Dustin Hodges, who is running the USMTS. He also ran in an open late model a few years ago, but he is back behind the wheel of a modified, and he will start on the caboose in position number 8. One more circuit around in the WacoBills.com heat race. WacoBills.com. Visit their website. They're located down in Texas. They have car haulers and they have all of your trailer needs. That is WacoBill.com. Lucas Dobbs on the pole. Ben Stockton on his outside. Ben kind of underpowered, if you will, a B-Mod engine in that lethal chassis Yeoman power plant. CBD Shocks, Fast Shafts, and Tanner Racing sponsors on the 33. And we mentioned Lucas Dobbs, a long haul in from El Dorado Springs, a brand new Allen chassis. Allen Auto Sports, about 30 miles to the south of Wheatland, puts together some B-Mods, modifieds, has their hand in just about everything racing-wise all across southwest Missouri. That is what is the chassis that is on the pole for our first of 2 heat races. Stacked and packed side by side 8 times around for the Arctic Foods USRA Modifieds. Into turn 3, out of turn 4 through the Lucas Oil start zone. Lucas Dobbs will get us underway. He presses down on the loud pedal. And Modifieds in action here at Lucas Oil Speedway. Early hole shot by Dobbs. Potter to the inside of Ben Stockton. He's up to second and a quick 4-car length gap as they enter turn number 3 and off of turn number 4. Lucas Dobbs will lead lap number 1. Dustin Hodges goes for a ride, spins it around, does the 360 back out on the track. He's not going to lose a position. He was in 8th when that happened, but he's going to lose a lot of track position as he is now a good half lap behind your race leader in Dobbs. Jason Pursley up to 3rd, and the man on the move is John Sheets in the Super 8. John Sheets, a B-Mod driver, took over the J2 chassis racing program, putting together B-Mods, and he's trying his hand at a modified. He came out 2 weeks ago for the first time in a modified here at Lucas Oil Speedway, also ran in the Heartland Modified Tour, and now he's up to 4th as Lucas Dobbs leading by over a second and a half ahead of Jacob Potter in 2nd. Cross flags in the air, 4 laps down, 4 remain in heat race number 1. Dobbs a half a straightaway advantage, and now Jason Pursley looking to the inside, a pass for position up to 2nd on the pylon. Pursley ahead of Potter. Say that 3 times fast. Jason Pursley, past champion here at Lucas Oil Speedway, and John Sheets having issues on the front stretch. Puff of smoke coming out the back. He'll climb the ladder over in turn number 1, get up on the shelf, and should make his way down the ramp. Saves us from having a Midwest sheet metal caution. We stay green with 2 laps to go, and this has been all Lucas Dobbs. Best finish for Lucas here at the Diamond of Dirt Tracks was a 13th back on June 20th. Looking to do much better tonight as he'll see the white flag. 1 more circuit and 2 more left-hand turns around this 3/8 mile oval for Lucas Dobbs. He's been racing since the mid-90s. Has not won a lot, but he will take the Central Insurance Agency Fugate Motors Joe's Hand Cleaner 29 across the start-finish line first underneath the Foley Equipment flag stand, and Lucas Dobbs when he's race number 1. Jason Pursley, good job of charging through the field. He started back in 6th, up 4 spots to 2nd. Potter in 3rd. Stockton, Hodges, and Fellers rounding out your top 6, but Lucas Dobbs takes the honors in heat race number 1. Second and final heat race. We'll have some heavy hitters in it, including Chad Lyle on the pole. He is out of Lone Jack, Missouri. Chad back behind the wheel of the number 96, and this is a brand new Mullins chassis with a Scott Bailey power plant, Go Enterprises, Heath Grimes, and GFR, as well as Randy Davis Trucking and Axle Exchange. All sponsors for Chad Lyle. Chase Sig on his outside out of Iola, Kansas. Waylon Dimmitt, who typically runs a B-Mod on the inside of row number 2. Dalton Till on his outside. Hollywood Robert Heidenreich from just down the road in Bolivar, Missouri, making his return to the Diamond and Dirt Track starting inside row number 3. And Andy Bryant, a former B-Mod national and track champion, starting in 6th. And Nick Benninger, past champion here at the Diamond and Dirt Tracks. That championship came last year whenever he won the final race of the season. He currently sits 3rd in the point standings here at Lucas Oil Speedway. The top 2 competitors in the point standings, not a showing tonight. So Nick Benninger an opportunity for him to leapfrog the 2 drivers up in front of him if he can have a good showing tonight. And he'll have the opportunity to pick up some major passing points as he will start in 7th for our second heat race. Chad Lyle, a past winner here at Lucas. He did that 2 years ago whenever he won back in June. The former 3-time champion at Lakeside gets us underway. And Waylon Dimmitt going to dive bomb him into turn 1, but Chad Lyle will hold serve off of turn number 2. Chase Sig rallies to the outside. Good 3-car battle between Sig, Lyle, and Waylon Dimmitt. Coming to the line to complete lap number 1, and Chad Lyle is going to hold off 2 hot shoes back behind him and lead lap number 1, but Chase Sig going to rally again. 1 groove higher on the outside through turns 1 and 2. Right in the middle of the track is Chad Lyle to the bottom of the track. Drifts up, and he will lead lap number 2, and this time he's actually able to expand that lead ahead of Chase Sig by 0.6 of a second. Chase Sig knifes into it again with Waylon Dimmitt lower than anybody else on the track in 3rd. 1 groove lower than Chase Sig and about 3-car lengths behind. Adventuring way up on the high sides, Robert Heidenreich in 4th in the 134. He was rim riding through turns 3 and 4, but he stays middle of the track as Nick Benninger has improved a couple of positions. He's gotten around Dalton Till, also gotten around Andy Bryant, and Benninger the bottom feeder. Right up alongside Robert Hollywood Heidenreich. One of the most popular wins here at Lucas Oil Speedway was Robert's win back in 2020. He had made the move from a B-mod up to a modified. And with him being a hometown hero from back in or over in Bolivar, he was a crowd favorite at that time, and a challenge for the lead on the left side of your screen. Chase Sig has gone from running 1 groove higher to running 1 groove lower, and he has found some speed on the bottom side of the track, but he is running out of laps. Only 2 more circuits if he's going to have anything to do with Chad Lyle, and he might have the roll through the bottom side of the track through 1 and 2 and carry that momentum into 3 and 4. A nose to the inside as the battle for the lead wages on with Sig and Chad Lyle. Waylon Dimmitt holds off Nick Benninger currently for 3rd, and with 1 more left-hand turn for Chase Sig, a little bit of a bobble in 1 and 2, and that might have done him in and given Chad Lyle the opportunity that he needed. Lyle hangs onto the lead off of turn number 4. He will win from the pole, lead all 8 laps. Chad Lyle ahead of Chase Sig, and a good battle for 3rd as Waylon Dimmitt holds off Nick Benninger for 3rd. So Chad Lyle starts on the pole, he wins. Chase Sig also started on the front row in P2. That's where they finished. Waylon Dimmitt in 3rd, and Nick Benninger, again, he goes from 7th to 4th. Should get a handful of passing points and put him in a good position to start the A main later on. And that's it for the modifieds. As they will wrap it up, head back to the pit area. They've got a little bit of a layoff as the late models will come out. They'll run their B feature and get the grid set for the A main tonight. 40 laps around for the Lucas Oil late models from here in Wheatland.
Established in 1983, FK Rod Ends has been the industry leader for both midget and micro racing. Family owned and operated, we take pride in our products and our name because we know you value yours. Visit our website, www.fkrodends.com, to find out how you can join our winning team. FK Rod Ends. To beat the best, you've got to use the best.
Turn your passion into a career at the University of Northwestern Ohio. From high performance to automotive, diesel, and everything in between, you'll find a degree that will get you a job.
Students that go through our programs have fantastic experiences, and they come out getting good job placements.
70% hands-on, no out-of-state tuition, and accredited degrees in trades that are in high demand all across the country.
10 out of 10. If you even think this is the right place for you, you better just go.
Learn more about your future at unoh.edu.
Deep in the world of dirt racing lies a mind that refuses to rest. A team obsessed with innovation, precision, and the relentless hunt for speed. A brand new product line built through a partnership with one of the most respected names in high-performance suspension. Öhlins doesn't simply participate in racing. Racing is their core. Öhlins Shocks, Available exclusively through Longhorn Dynamics.
Welcome back to Lucas Oil Speedway. The salute to Forrest Lucas here tonight at the Diamond and Dirt Tracks, Wheatland, Missouri. James Essex, Dustin Jarrett, Ben Shelton. 2 B mains coming up for the Lucas Oil Series. They will be 10 laps apiece. Top 3 transfer into the main event here tonight. At a Friday night shootout, 40 laps, $15,000 to the winner. Are you back?
I'm so back.
You're a multitasker. Garrett Alberson on the pole. B-Main number 1, Dustin. He's out of Las Cruces, New Mexico, and Brosley's, Missouri's Mason Oberkramer at 93 alongside.
How about this lineup? Dresden, Ohio's Devin Moran on the inside of row 2, and on his outside, he looked good earlier out of Date City, Florida. The Slim Reaper in the 17 SR, that's Brody Smith.
It'll be Gordy Gundaker. He's out of St. Charles, Missouri in the 11G, and Brendan Willard. He's out of Lebanon, Missouri, the 3W.
We move back to row 4 on the inside. We find Jake Nightingale out of Hutchinson, Kansas in the 3J, and on his outside, out of Jupiter, Florida, the 6, that's Clay Harris.
Row 5 will be Aurora, Missouri's Ryan Johnson, the 7J. Austin House, he's out of Lewistown, Missouri in the 17A.
And your final 3 starters scheduled to be Tyler Kuykendall in the 8K. Dallin Murdy looks like he's a scratch in the 13. And Peyton Looney, the former Show Me 100 champion, in the 15. So we're going to have 12 cars running 10 laps. Top 3 will advance in Fast Shaft's B main number 1.
Second B main will follow. Then we'll have the feature set. 10-minute call will be coming up here in a little bit. The USRA Modified A main will be final event of the night. 20 laps. That'll be A-Store and Holligan Rigging. Fast Shafts B main number 1. The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series is underway, and this is like a mini feature. Both of these B mains tonight, Dustin.
Yeah, really good fields in both of them of drivers that weren't able to race their way in through the heats. Garrett Alberson out front in this one. Remember, he rallied from deep in the field to a podium finish in that Cowboy Classic here 6 weeks ago. He leads this with Mason Oberkramer. James, you talk about guys good here at Wheatland. That 93 is one of them.
He was into the Show Me 100 this year as they go down the back straight of Moran, who's third in the points right now. In the third spot, Gordy Gundaker behind him. Garrett Alberson enters tonight 7th in the championship points. The Ken and Beth Roberts entry into turn number 1. So that provisional list may be long tonight. It could be those points paying and maybe some emergencies. Garrett Alberson looking good out of turn 4.
Right now, Gordy Gundaker is on the outside looking in as he sits one spot out of a transfer. There's your transfer car, the 99 of Devin Moran. And Gordy Gundaker, this last time by, 0.7 of a second behind the 99. There's a gap. between those two drivers. 6 laps to go this time. It's been all Garrett Alberson since the drop of the green.
Right now in this race, it's Moran in provisional land and Alberson. Right now they run first and third as they go into turn number 3. Nobody except Clay Harris, who runs in 6th, would be eligible for provisional in this race besides Alberson and Moran. Garrett leads out at turn number 2. Down the back straight at 1.3 seconds over Oberkramer, Moran, Gundaker, Brody Smith, Clay Harris, your top 6. Then it's Willard Looney from the tail, runs in 8th. So Peyton Looney did not get a qualifying lap. As you mentioned, the former Show Me 100 winner. First appearance of 2026. It's hard to believe there's like 4 or 5 of them here tonight that have not raced so far, and this is mid-July.
Yeah, but you can't blame them for wanting to come out and support the man that made all this possible in this inaugural salute to Forrest Lucas, James. Now 3 laps left to go, and Garrett Alberson remains out front in this one as he is setting a pretty good pace at the front of this field, James. He stretched out to a 1.4 second advantage, now 2 to go.
Second spot there's Oberkramer. Third is Devin Moran as the laps wind down with the Barron's Performance white flag, 1 lap to go. So the winner of this race will start 17th, second will start 19th, third will start 21st off at turn 4. Rob Penrod waves the white flag. Barron's Performance, 1 lap to go for Garrett Alberson.
Garrett Alberson looking to go wire to wire in this one as he grabbed the lead at the drop of the green flag and has been virtually uncontested the entire 10 laps. Checkered flag in the air, and it's going to be Garrett Alberson getting the win in Fast Shafts B main at number 1. Mason Oberkramer finishes 2nd. Devin Moran finishes 3rd. Those 3 drivers have raced their way into tonight's 40-lap main event, followed by Gordy Gundaker, Brody Smith, Clay Harris, Brenna Willard, Peyton Looney, Tyler Kuykendall, and Ryan Johnson going to round out the top 10. So Devin Moran finishes 3rd. 2nd spot goes to Mason Oberkramer, and your winner will be the driver of the number 58. How about a round of applause for Garrett Alberson in that Kennebeth Roberts Racing, Romer Machina Welding, Brack Properties Low Voltage Solutions, Bill Sports Shop, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Titan Racing Products, Sunoco Race Fuels, Donago Power Sports, Dickey's Doghouse, Hogan Farm sponsored number 58, and we found Remy.
We have a Remy sighting. Saw him in the pit area earlier. Happy birthday, Remy, coming up. 5 years old. Tell you what, all the great ones have birthdays in the month of July, don't they?
That's right, James Essex and Remy.
James Essex and Remy.
Don O'Neill.
I saw a Larry Bird Indiana State throwback in the pit area earlier. What an awesome.
Was Remy wearing it?
No, Remy is wearing the goggles.
All right, UNOHB main number 2. Final prelim of the night. Rolling on to the Speedway. Once again, 10 laps, top 3 transfer. Your pole sitter at Lakeshore, Minnesota will be the 60 of Dan Ebert on his outside. Out of Dade City, Florida, the 17 double S, that's Brendan Smith.
With Tyler Wolf, he's out of Fayetteville, Arkansas, the 4W. And Aaron Moran always runs well here at Lucas Oil Speedway. He's in the 1X alongside.
Corey Lawler will start inside row 3. He's in the 93 and on his outside. From Aurora, Missouri, the 98, that is Justin Wells.
Brandon Conkrite, he's out of Wamego, Kansas in the 24C. And Dalton Emhoff, he's out of Jamestown, Missouri, the 96X.
Caden Klatt, I don't believe he made it back out. He did not. Chevy Boyer is out there. Dusty Leonard did not make it out. Andrew Kosiski did. And Jason Sibbles did. So originally scheduled to have 14 cars. We've got 10. We'll run them 10 laps. Top 3 transfer. Final prelim of the night, UNOHB main number 2.
Right now in provisional MDJ, it's Harris, Ebert, Smith, and Lawler. That's all unofficial right now. Harris did not make it out of that first B main. He would be the first provisional. Down the back straight away. There's 2 drivers trying to work their way into the show. You see Aaron Moran behind your top 2. Dan Ebert and Brendan Smith down the main straightaway. Tyler Wolf trying to put it in. The show here tonight at turn number 1 runs 3rd in 4W.
The Lobo Racing number 4. You see Corey Lawler right now behind him on the outside looking in, as is Aaron Moran, as is Justin Wells. That's how they run Moran, just like his heat race, trying to tiptoe around the top side of this 3/8 mile oval. But out front, it's all Dan Ebert side by side for 2nd.
Talked about Lobo. How about Me and You and a Dog Named Boo right now running into 3rd? Remember that song? Me and You and a Dog Named Boo by Lobo. Yep. See right now the Lobo Motorsports 4W going for 2nd. He's 3rd right now. Got them all. We've got Remy. We've got Me and You and a Dog Named Boo. And we've got Jason Sibbles bringing out a caution in the 0.
All right. Well, we have got 3 laps in the books. 7 laps remaining. Jason Sibbles draws the Hellraiser Jacks caution flag. Now he did a good job. He did not take out the one of those Ace Doran start flags. We did have that happen last night, by the way. I got assaulted by one of the IMCA late model or modified guys.
Yeah,
I can't remember
they did, didn't they? Yeah.
They wiped it out completely.
Good time last night at 34, thanks to Brad and Jesse. What a show that was. Got a really good one going here tonight. I know Forrest Lucas would be proud here at Lucas Oil Speedway. Oversaw every part of this racetrack being rebuilt from the early 2000s. Population, are we still at about 330 in the town? Something like that, right? Jimmy Owens used to be the mayor of Wheatland because he's won so many times. In fact, he's won, what, 4 Diamond Nationals. And I'm sure we'll see Jimmy hopefully at the North-South 100 coming up in a few weeks. Dan Ebert right now out in front. The winner of this race starts 18th, second starts 20th, third starts 22nd, and then we'll settle up on the provisionals as they come out of turn number 4. Dan Ebert, electrical issues last night, knocked him out of contention. Right now leads into turn number 1. Here comes Tyler Wolf in the 4W sliding up. And Tyler Wolf, good run. And Brendan Smith's not going to give up. They go side by side into turn 3.
Move over Wolf Dog. Tyler Wolf down on the inside. The former USRA modified national champion. He's going to slide back to the 3rd spot. Brendan Smith gets the runner-up position back. Aaron Morant, Corey Lawler back there still on the outside looking in. James this time by Hellraiser Jacks halfway. 5 in, 5 to go.
Right now the top 3 look good, but meanwhile Aaron Morant pedaling hard. We know how well he runs here. Lawler working the bottom at 93. They go side by side, but down the back straightaway it's Dan Ebert. 0.7 of a second for the Lakeshore, Minnesota driver. And then James Trantina, 60 down the main straightaway. Brendan Smith, Tyler Wolf as they go into turn 1.
To continue to battle, as do Aaron Morant and Corey Lawler. Again, that is 1 spot out of a transfer. That is the battle for position number 4. In front of them, the lead trio with 3 to go. Still, Dan Ebert, Brendan Smith, and the 4 of Tyler Wolf.
Tell you, Brendan Smith has got it hooked up top. Brett Carroll, the crew chief on the Smith Speed Solutions entry into turn number 3. This 40-lapper, stay tuned for it. Going to be a dandy tomorrow night. Will be for $25K, $15K tonight. It's Ebert, Brendan Smith, Tyler Wolf. Well, we may have to go to a, well, I don't know if we're going to go to fast time provisional because I know Clay Harris will be one of the provisionals as we come out of turn 4. It's unofficial till it becomes official. The Barron's Performance white flag, 1 lap to go for the former Winter X Games medalist.
Dan Ebert is who that is out of Lakeshore, Minnesota, the 37-year-old in the 60 car. Much like Albertson in the last one, they're going to go wire to wire in UNOHB main number 2. He grabs the win. Brendan Smith 2nd, Tyler Wolf 3rd. They grab the final 3 transfer spots. Provisionals will be up for grabs. We'll let that sort out during the intermission. So Tyler Wolf finishes 3rd. Brendan Smith finishes 2nd. And the winner will be Dan Ebert out of Lakeshore, Minnesota. In that Minnesota truck headquarters, Collins Brothers Towing, Amsoil, Fox Shocks, Mueller Electric, Monahan Marine, Christensen Group, Shaw Trucking, sponsored number 60. And again, that is a wrap on all preliminary action here this evening at 8:32 p.m. local time. This will be intermission for those of you here at the racetrack. They may dress the racetrack up a little bit. Final opportunity for you to stand up, stretch your legs, grab yourself something to eat or drink. Don't go anywhere. We'll come back with the 40-lap salute to Forrest Lucas. You're watching it all live here on Flow. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Friday night portion of the Diamond Nationals weekend. This is the inaugural salute to Forrest Lucas. As you see the sun setting there off to the west, I assume that is the Wheatland Water Tower we are looking at right there. And doing just a wee little bit of track prep work here. Got a lot of things happening, though. We've got a little tribute to Forrest Lucas, and you can see as well as I can that there's just an absolute boatload of fireworks in the infield. Those of you that are here on the ground, man, there's a ton of fireworks down there in the infield. That will be set off here just as soon as it gets dark enough. We do once again want to welcome those of you that are at home watching on Amazon Prime. If you are new to FloRacing, we encourage you to scan that QR code to unlock your all-access pass, because I'm telling you what, FloRacing has got a boatload of events. And man, we got everything from NASCAR weekly racing. We've got drag racing, motocross, snowmobiles, dirt track racing, and everything from sprint cars to dirt late models to USAC National Sprints, midgets, silver crowns, and a whole lot more. Over 1,800 events, all included with your FloRacing pass. Again, scan the QR code if you're watching on Amazon Prime to unlock your all-access pass to FloRacing. So all prelims have been completed here tonight at Lucas Oil Speedway. Just 2 events remain. The 40-lap salute to Forrest Lucas and this evening's 20-lap USRA modified feature here this evening. And let's take a look at some of the upcoming events on FloRacing. KKM Give Back Challenge Series, they were rained out at Doe Run tonight. They will move to the Southern Illinois Center tomorrow. Ray Cook Southern Nationals, rather. They're in action this weekend at WIT. That's going to be on Sunday. High Limit Racing at Fremont on Monday. Southern Nationals at Bulls Gap at Volunteer on Monday. And the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, we're in action at Corning, Iowa at the Adams County Speedway on Tuesday. That is just an incredibly small sample size of some of the upcoming events here on Flo. As always, FloRacing.com for all the latest news and information. Hey, you know what you need on a hot day like today? I had it earlier, and you can actually get it in the main concession stand, and that is Horsepower Hydration. Lemon lime, mixed berry, 2 great flavors to choose from. If you're not here on the grounds, you can go to horsepowerhydration.com and use promo code horsepower10 and get 10% off. You can also use Essex10 if you're a James Essex fan, as we all are. DJ10 or Ben10 if you're fans of either of us, which most people are not. So use Essex10, use Horsepower10 for your 10% off promo code for Horsepower Hydration, or get it from the concession stand. Grab one of each. Grab a lemon lime and grab a mixed berry. All right, we're going to step aside for another set of commercial breaks. Still to come here tonight, a small tribute to Forrest Lucas, fireworks, and 2 main events. Don't go anywhere. You are watching it all live here on Flo.
Welcome back to Lucas Oil Speedway. James Essex along with Dustin Jarrett and Ben Shelton. We are tonight the Salute to Forrest Lucas. Little pre-race activity going on up here for the main event tonight. 40 laps, 15,000 win. We'd like to thank our 2026 official sponsors with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, including, of course, Lucas Oil, FloRacing, Automotive Racing Products, My Race Pass, Sunoco Race Fuels, Big River Steel, Veland, Hoosier Tire, Summit Racing Equipment, UNOH, Eclipse Claims Consulting, Wayland, Miller Welders, Race Car Engineering, O'Reilly Auto Parts, the Rookie of the Year sponsor, Ace Door and Hauling and Bringing, Dirt Draft, Rugged Raiders, Homatro, FK Rod-Ins, and All-Star Performance. Special thanks to Arizona Sports Shirts sponsoring the Crown Jewel Cup again this year. This is 12 races that pay $50,000 to win or more for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, and drivers with perfect attendance are eligible for that, which we have 17 race teams right now. That top point man for that will get $15,000. Don't forget, we also have the Velocity Manufacturing Group most popular driver. Fans can vote through December the 1st through our website at lucasdirt.com. And you can vote for one eligible driver per ballot submission, and that'll be $500 to the driver that garners the most votes. And our Sportsmanship Driver of the Year, brought to you by the Massengill Company. Go to their Facebook page, the Massengill Company in Fernandina Beach, Florida. That'll be $2,000 to the Sportsmanship Driver of the Year. We'd like to thank our associate sponsors: Advanced Powder Coating, All Makes Collision Center, Barrett's Performance Warehouse, Black Diamond Chassis, Bill Stein Shocks, Boyd Built Fabrication, Brodex, Capital Race Cars, Clements Racing Engines, Donago, Dave Warren Power Sports, Diversified Machine, Fast Shafts, Fire Suppression Engineering, Fox Shocks, Heartbeat Hot Sauce, Heath Lawson Photography, Hellraiser Jacks, Hoker Trucking, Jackson County Tourism, located in Seymour, Indiana, Kaiser Manufacturing, Longacre Scales, Longhorn Chassis, MD3, Mega Plumbing in the Carolinas, Midwest Sheet Metal, MSD, Olin Shocks, Outerwears, PEM Performance Engineering Manufacturing, Penske Racing Shocks, Pro Fabrication Headers, Pro Power Racing Engines, Rocket Chassis, Schoenfeld Headers, Shocker Hitch, Simpson Racing Products, Slicker Graphics, Strange Oval, Steering Buddy, Swiss Springs, Thermotech Automotive Products, Velocity Manufacturing, Victory Fuel sponsoring our Power Move of the race, Weir's Machine and Racing Products, Willwood, Exodyne, XS Power Batteries, and 5150 Race Trailers. Again, thanks to our Pace Truck sponsor, Race Car Engineering, been in business since 1998, located in Lakeland, Florida. Whether you're dirt, asphalt, drag racing, go-karts, go to racecareng.com for all of that. Dustin? Coming up next, again, we're in the middle here. We're going to have a special presentation here. A salute to Forrest Lucas. Of course, the founder of Lucas Oil Products, the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series over 22 years ago. And making grassroots racing just so synonymous all over the country. And we'd like to, man, we miss him. He passed away last August, at the age of 83 years old. And we miss him every day. Truly, without him, we would not be here, and we thank him as he has brought the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series to the #1 dirt late model sanctioning body of any national tour in the country. Again, we will be in action here tomorrow night, 25K. Come on out. Looks like a good weather forecast. Just check for that. And we will see you tomorrow night. It'll be 25K to win the CMH Diamond Nationals. And the next Tuesday, our first visit to Adams County Speedway in Corning, Iowa. And then next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we will be at Gary Hobbs Shelby County Speedway. That'll be in Harlan, Iowa. All 3 nights, of course. All races live here on. You're still busy over there. All races live here on FloRacing.
Thank you. Did you toss it to me and I wasn't here?
Well, that's okay.
That's okay.
It's been a fun night, my friend. We've got some gaffes going. We love it. We love it. We apologize for any.
No, contrary to popular belief, announcing is not the full-time job for either of us. And so sometimes duty calls on race night, you know. So
the lights are going to go out here momentarily. And again, salute to Forrest Lucas. Here we go, Dustin.
Well, I just saw a little fireball down there in the infield. They must be close. They must be really close, James. All right, couple more minutes. Last set of commercial breaks. When we come back, salute to Forrest Lucas, Pyro, and more. You're watching everything live right here on Flow.
And welcome back, all of those watching on FloRacing, Amazon Prime, and all of those in attendance for the salute to Forrest Lucas here at Lucas Oil Speedway in Wheatland, Missouri. Well, on a night where we honor Forrest Lucas, we remember back to a day back on August 23rd of last year when the motorsports world lost one of its greatest champions when Forrest Lucas passed away at the age of 83. Tonight, we'd like to take a moment to honor the life and legacy of this remarkable man. From humble beginnings as a long-haul truck driver, Forrest built Lucas Oil into a world-renowned company through hard work, innovation, and an unwavering commitment to excellence. But his impact reached far beyond business. He became one of the greatest supporters of motorsports we have ever known, invested in racers, racetracks, and the future of the sport at every level. His vision gave us Lucas Oil Speedway, a place that has become home to unforgettable races, cherished memories, and generations of racing families. More than a businessman, Forrest was a visionary whose passion for racing helped elevate the entire sport. He truly was one of motorsport's greatest champions, and his generosity and commitment to racers and fans alike will continue to be felt for generations. As we remember Forrest Lucas, let's celebrate not only what he built, but the countless lives he touched and the incredible legacy he leaves behind. Please direct your attention to the video screen for this special tribute to Forrest Lucas.
When I was young, I promised myself if I ever got a chance to come back in the cattle business, I would, and do it my own way. I had Charlotte looking on the internet about ranch land. We hopped in the car and took off, went to Oklahoma and Kansas, and this place in Missouri kept popping up. So we went to this place in Missouri and fell in love with it. A little bit of heaven on earth, as far as I'm concerned. The most beautiful sunsets in the whole wide world, right here in Hickory County, Missouri. It's like a different piece of art every day, right over there in the western skies. I like to have a place that I can share my wealth with my family and friends and employees. So this is the way to do it. Where I grew up was very much like this, just a lot smaller scale. I didn't promise myself a whole lot. I wasn't expecting a whole lot out of life, to tell you the truth. The three rules are, you don't lie to anybody, you don't steal from anybody, and it doesn't cost anything to be nice to somebody. Always be polite. Those three things right there, if you live by that, you're gonna live a pretty good life. You're gonna be a pretty good person. So that's something I live by.
In the days leading up to tonight, Sean Hodder, Precision Fireworks, and the entire crew here at Lucas Oil Speedway thought what would be a good way to pay tribute to Forrest Lucas. So we looked back at things that he liked, what put a smile on his face, and those things are, in no particular order. We know he loved racing. He's going to get good racing tonight. We also know he loved his country music and he loved Johnny Cash. And the things that he liked most here at Lucas Oil Speedway on Thursday Night Thunder when he had a fireworks show. Matter of fact, a few years ago, one of our biggest explosions over in the parking lot that left a crater put the biggest smile on his face. So tonight, we're going to combine all of those in honor of our good friend, our partner, and our mentor, Mr. Forrest Lucas. Ladies and gentlemen, one final time, let's recognize the proprietor, owner, and innovator here at Lucas Oil Speedway, Mr. Forrest Lucas.
Wow. James, you had hair before those fireworks went off. Oh, just when you thought they were all done.
Wow.
Well, 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 how about that? Well, James, 2 events remain on the agenda. One of them is staged in the staging lane, and it is your 40-lap, $15,000 to win Salute to Forrest Lucas, the inaugural running of this event, which, of course, is the lead into the CMH Diamond Nationals, which will be run tomorrow. 15,000. You know, the Diamond National is always the diamond ring, right? They got the diamond ring along with the paycheck.
Absolutely. Brandon Shepard, the defending winner, yes.
And something, a new tradition started with this tribute to Forrest Lucas. He was a big gun collector, a 41 caliber Old Henry lever action, by the way, going to be given to the winner as well.
There's still more.
Well, listen, we had like 3 Flow Night in Americas in a row last year where they had pyro going off in the middle of the race, so you just never know.
Well, 34 Raceway last night outside of Turn 3, there were fireworks going, and hey, we can have fireworks all the time. That's all right. No problem there. But thank you very much here at Lucas Oil Speedway. Shane Freeby, great tribute, of course, to Forrest Lucas. All this is possible because of him. You see the kids still back there on the go-kart track. Always a lot of fun things to do. Don't forget to get here early tomorrow afternoon. Check out the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series merch trailer. All the drivers as well, their souvenir trailers as well. Help them out on this. Appears to be a beautiful weekend coming for us. This place will be packed tomorrow night. Always for the CMH Diamond Nationals. And for a Friday night crowd, not bad at all. And Saturday, let's sell out every seat, okay? Come on out. The salute to this great facility. Casey Schumann does his first full year here and does a great job.
Yeah, hey, and don't forget the Diamond Nationals Cornhole Shootout with the TNT baggers is tomorrow. And the check-in is at 10 a.m. and the bags start flying at 11 a.m. And all skill levels are welcome, James. How long have you been cornholing?
I don't know, but I might be better than Chris Moore did last week at Muskie. But
that's right.
How about the infield at Muskie last Saturday night?
And by the way, that does benefit child advocacy of Hickory County. So a great cause there. As we have got the 40-lap Salute to Forrest Lucas making its way on the track.
Ben Shelton will be the top 3. Who's going to be on the Big River Steel podium? Will we have a Steering Buddy Dark Horse winner, a driver that's never won a full field Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series race? Will pocket an extra $1,000. As these beautiful dirt late models make their way onto the racetrack, there you saw one of the GOATs, Billy Moyer. He's in the show tonight. He'll start 15th, looking for his first ever win here at Lucas Oil Speedway. He has 24 career wins in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series.
So they got to get, they got those just small blazes in the infield. They're going to
bring out the water truck. Well, they watered it. It's been dry. Believe it or not, look at that.
Forrest Lucas, you know, Shane Freeby read all the things Forrest Lucas like. He also really liked his grass infield at Lucas Oil Speedway as well. All right, let's take a look at your starting lineup for this Salute to Forrest Lucas. On the pole, out of Blairsville, Georgia, it'll be the 49, a Superman Jonathan Davenport. And on his outside, the Cowboy Classic winner out of Crittenden, Kentucky. In the 11, it's Josh Rice.
Johnny Cash would be proud of that, wouldn't he? Dylan McCowan, he's on the inside of row number 2, two-time modified track champion. First full year in the Lucas Oil Series, and ain't another driver. His first year in the Lucas Oil Series, he's 8th in the points. That'll be Brian Shirley out of Chatham, Illinois in the 3S.
Looking for his first career Lucas Oil late model dirt series win, Daniel Hilsebeck in the 22, and on his outside, Fear the Beard from Decorah, Iowa. The 16 is Tyler Bruning.
Chase Younghans, he's out of Manhattan, Kansas. He's never won a Lucas Oil race. Tonight, he'll fire from 7th. And then Carson Ferguson, another possible steering buddy at Dark Horse. He's at the 93 for Paler Motorsports out of Lincoln, North Carolina.
About that 5 of your top 8 starters have never won a Lucas Oil race. The drivers in row 5 have. Out of Brandon, Florida, the 40B is Kyle Bronson, and on his outside, out of Evans, Georgia, the 76 is Brandon Overton.
Row 6, the top 2 in the points. Hudson O'Neal second in points. Brandon Shepard, your current Midwest Sheet Metal points leader, the number 1 out of New Berlin, Illinois.
Then it'll be the 20 RT of Ricky Thornton Jr. on the inside of row 7. On his outside, his good friend out of Centerville, Pennsylvania, the 111, that is Max Blair.
Billy Moyer has more wins than everybody combined here tonight, 857 of them, including in Benton, Missouri a few weeks ago. He's out of Batesville, Arkansas, and Clay Stuckey's out of Shreveport, Louisiana in 15.
Garrett Alberson rolls from the 17th starting spot in the 58, and on his outside out of Lakeshore, Minnesota, the 60 is Dan Ebert.
It'll be Mason Oberkramer. He's in the 93 out of Brosling, Missouri, and Brendan Smith, the Smith Speed Solution 17 SS. He hails out of Dade City, Florida.
Devin Moran has got a rally from the inside of row 11. He's in the 99. Out of Fayetteville, Arkansas, the 4W is Tyler Wolf.
And your provisionals tonight will be Clay Harris. He's out of Jupiter, Florida, in 6th, and Corey Lawler, the 93, out of Hanover, Pennsylvania.
24 cars, 40 laps, $15,000, and a 41 caliper lever action. Old Henry goes to the winner. Ben Shelton, who will you be talking to in victory lane?
I think that Old Henry is going to go to young Josh Rice. He's going to get his 2nd win of the year here at Lucas Oil Speedway.
James Essex, who you got?
Dylan McCowan will win the race and get $1,000 courtesy of steering buddy. As a driver that's never won a Lucas Oil race, he'll go for the sweep in the main event.
You guys are all crazy. Jonathan Davenport's on the pole at Lucas Oil Speedway. Give me the fast 49, the outdoorsman that he is.
He is.
He goes hunting with Shannon Babb every year. All right, race car engineering. Pace truck will yield to the infield, and we're going to go green. 40 laps, $15,000 to win. This is the salute to you, Mr. Forrest Lucas. We miss you, brother, and we love you. They're going to fire in the ace door in the hauling and rigging starting zone, and the salute to Forrest is underway.
Well, the last driver to go back-to-back in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. There's never not been a back-to-back winner this year except for Jonathan Davenport, who won 3 in a row at Golden Isles. And that shows you the competition level in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series off of turn number 4. And Jonathan Davenport is going to lead lap 1 of 40. McCowan second, Rice runs in third, DJ.
And Dylan McCowan, could this be the night? He's a 2-time track champion here in the modifieds. Right now, he's second side by side behind them for the 4th spot. Daniel Hilsebeck with a good run tonight in the 22.
Now, Hilsebeck has a win here at Lucas Oil Speedway a year or so ago. Shirley looking for his first series win as well. Tyler Bruning, he's got his first and only win at Golden Isles at the opener a year ago. And meanwhile, we got a Hellraiser Jacks caution at his 4-year points leader, Brandon Shepard, in turn number 2, Dustin Jarrett.
Well, remember, tough luck for Hudson O'Neal last night. Aided Brandon Shepard in jumping into the points lead. Of course, Shepard won the race, and now tough luck for Sheppy here in this one. 2 laps in, and the Rocket 1 is pointed in the wrong direction down in turns 1 and 2.
Well, Brandon Shepard started in position number 12 in this race, came in with a 55 points. And Brandon Shepard will have to go to the tail end of the field here as we've got 2 laps in the record books. Davenport in front of McCowan, Rice, Hilsebeck, Shirley. So 4 of the top 5 right now have not won. Of course, Davenport, he's the all-time winningest driver in the series history with 96 wins. Scott Bloomquist is second. And you have Jimmy Owens. Earl Pearson Jr., who's here tonight, saluting Forrest Lucas, his good friend over the years. Dylan McCowan, he's right there right now, but still 38 to go. And you know how JD is here, especially here at Lucas Oil Speedway. And on the Delaware double file restart, McCowan's going to pick the bottom on Rice. Rice so good here back in May. First time he'd ever come here in that 11 car.
So the field getting lined up in that Delaware double file restart. Jonathan Davenport, man, how good has he been here at Lucas Oil Speedway over the years, James? McCowan, Rice, Hilsebeck, Shirley, Bruning, Younghans, Ferguson, Bronson, and Overton, as you mentioned, are the top 10. As the yellow lights are turned off, and we're going to go green flag racing next time by.
By the way, Josh Rice, who usually calls me during a race, right? He texts me, BC Fluid Air. Put that on the car. Let's see if it can go to victory lane here tonight as they come out of turn number 4. Ace Doran, hauling and rigging restart zone. 38 to go at Wheatland.
Dylan McCowan, you know he looks forward to running at this racetrack every year since he made the move up to super late models a few years back. Now he's side by side with one of the best in the country right now with Josh Rice, and he looked to the inside momentarily at Jonathan Davenport for the lead, and here comes Rice.
Rice to the lead. Davenport just got passed out of turn number 2. Remember, Rice put on a show in the Show Me 100. He and Davenport battled out. Or Bobby Pierce came from 15th to get to the win. How about this coming out of turn number 4? And Davenport still has the lead in 49. Rice is going to throw it in on the bottom. Rice slides up the track. Davenport the crossover down the back straightaway. Oh, Wheatland. Richard Turner, thank you. Forrest is going to be loving this. Down the turn 4, and it's Davenport still in front. Rice is right there, Josh, to the outside.
Yeah, McCowan's right there as well, as those two have been swapping the lead back and forth. Dylan McCowan right there in the catbird seat. Oh, man, is Rice going to be the leader this time by at the line? Yes, he is. New leader out front, Josh Rice in 11.
He may win. He may move McCridded, Missouri, and Davenport got passed by McCowan. Rice and McCowan out in front at Wheatland. Wow. Out at turn number 4, Josh Rice out in front with 5 scored.
He was the
or
winner.
6 scored, rather.
Was the winner of the Cowboy Classic. 7 scored now, James.
Yeah,
and
they're
Dylan
going
McCowan,
so fast.
I know, he's not letting Rice out of the crosshairs. Trying to close in, man, you know that heart's thumping. You know the heart is thumping on the 22-year-old that runs in the 2nd spot right now, as he is just 0.5 of a second behind your leader, Josh Rice. There's the battle for 6. Daniel Hilsebeck has it. Hudson O'Neal trying to take it.
How about Chase Younghans in the 4th spot? Then it's Shirley Hilsebeck, O'Neal, Bruning, Bronson, Overton, your top 10. O'Neal throws it in on Hilsebeck. Well, right now, a chance for O'Neal maybe to regain the points lead. Brandon Shepard right now back in position number 21 after that early caution, DJ.
Ooh, yeah, and that would actually shift the points lead back to Hudson O'Neal if they would finish that way at this point in time. But you know they're not. Still 30 laps of racing left here in the Salute to Forrest Lucas. Josh Rice remains out front. Dylan McCowan still nipping at his heels. And those two, James, are slowly creeping in the back of the field.
Well, I've always said if McCowan can win at Lucas Oil Speedway, this place will explode. If Rice can win the North-South, Josh King will put in new grandstands for next year because they, oh my goodness. Here they come out of turn number 4, Rice and McCowan at top shelf. As they pick up the tail end of the field, you see the battle back here. Davenport 3rd, Chase Younghans solid in 4th at 18, DJ.
Yeah, lap traffic now a reality for your race leader on the left side of your screen as you see Rice working around the 93 of Corey Lawler. On the right side of your screen, that is 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Shirley, O'Neal, Hilsebeck, and Bruning going at it. But at the front of the field, back over to the left side of the screen of the double box, Dylan McCowan continues to stalk your leader, Josh Rice, James, in a high-speed game of cat and mouse.
Can we do twin 40s tonight? We always say that. Rice into turn number 1 with the lead in 11. The James and Justin Ryliff 11 car, that team based in Campbellsville, Kentucky. First year running with the 11 car, first full year on a national touring. They've always said Josh Rice has had the ability. He's had the talent. He's proven it right now. He leads the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year chase, and he's trying to win his second race of the year at Wheatland, side by side Shirley and O'Neal going at it into turn 1 now.
Man. Still 0.5 of a second the advantage for Josh Rice over Dylan McCowan. McCowan just simply not letting Rice slip away from him. Those two have slipped away, however, from Jonathan Davenport. Davenport now 1.8 seconds back, James, so you're not missing anything from 3rd on back. Shirley, O'Neal, and the rest of that gaggle of cars back there for 5th continue to go at it, James. This time by 17 in the books, 23 to go.
Yeah, the two future drivers of this sport, Josh Rice and Dylan McCowan, right now to turn number 2 as they go through heavy traffic. And DJ, We may have an eyeball test coming up because here comes the 8 car off of turn 4 in heavy traffic. It's still Rice by about 5-6 car lengths into turn number 1. That's 0.6 of a second. 11 and 8. Rice to the outside. McCowan goes to the bottom out of 2.
Yeah, McCowan had to try the bottom, maybe see what was there, see if he might be able to use one of those back markers as a pick. Right now, not able to do so, as Rice has got him nearly side by side in front of him, and the momentum just got slowed tremendously. He works around Clay Stuckey. Here comes Dylan McCowan.
Down the back straightaway, they're going to come up to the Hellraiser Jack's halfway mark. A beauty of Wheatland as they come out of Ford. McCowan for the lead. Rice by a car length at the Hellraiser Jack's halfway. Give me 20 more laps. McCowan for the lead on the bottom in car number 8.
They're up 1.5 seconds ahead of Jonathan Davenport. Dylan McCowan, has he led laps in the Lucas Oil Series before, James? I don't know that he's ever led before.
Well, he's not yet led as they go into turn number 1. Davenport still 3rd. Shout out to Young Hands 4th. O'Neill 5th. Shirley Bruning. Ilsebeck Alberson, who's the Hoker Trucking hard charger so far in 58. Overton runs in 10th. But all eyes up front. Kentucky and Missouri going at it here. Down the main straightaway. Josh Rice and Dylan McCowan. 18 to go, Dustin.
Fantastic show as McCowan continues to look underneath Rice in the corners. Last time by, it was Rice on the bottom, McCowan on the top. They swap positions this time, and they do it once again down in turns 3 and 4. Dylan McCowan is there, and you got to wonder maybe if he's not seeing that lap traffic in front of Rice, trying to figure out where he's going to go, and now McCowan back to the high side.
Way up there. He makes it stick down the back straightaway. Rice now. Daniel Clark, the crew chief. As they come out of turn number 4, McCowan back to the bottom out of turn 4. Dandy, 1 caution flag so far. It's between the 11 and the 8 right now, as they are 2.5 seconds ahead of Jonathan Davenport, who's 3rd. 4th is Young Hands, 5th is O'Neill. Josh Rice now behind the 60 of Dandy. But oh man, slips up a little bit. McCowan is right there. This place better be packed tomorrow night, Dustin Jarrett, because they're put on the show 11. Oh, he goes to that bottom. Will he lose his momentum? No, as he pulls away down the back straightaway. McCowan gets a run in 8.
This track's so streaky, James. You can hit your marks 1 lap and pull ahead, and Rice nearly lost the handle in 3 and 4. Here comes McCowan to the inside. No, can't get it done. This track is so streaky.
Look at the
hit
damage.
Your marks 1 lap and be good the next lap, not so much.
Look at the damage on the 11 car. Rice got into the wall. Here comes McCowan. How will it affect the arrow? Out at turn number 4. They're side by side down the straightaway. Josh Rice looks like a Saturday night at Florence, and he has got half a spoiler left. 13 to go. How will that oh my goodness, here comes McCowan.
Yeah, the next car to go 1 lap down is going to be the Rocket 1 as well. McCowan down to the inside once again for the lead. A burner at Wheatland tonight. 12 to go for us. Lucas would love this one.
And it's not a burner account either as they come out at 2. Rice and McCowan. Here comes Dylan McCowan. This place about to erupt. Josh Rice is the handling going away. They're side by side. Will we have a new leader down the straightaway? We do. It's Missouri's Dylan McCowan out in front. 11 to go.
Dylan McCowan out front at Lucas Oil Speedway in the salute to Forrest Lucas. It all just makes sense. This time by 10 laps to go. Rice not going to go without a fight though, and don't look now, but the fast 49 is starting to close back in on your leaders, James.
Long stretch of green flag racing. 10 to go down the back straightaway. 9 to go. Dylan McCowan trying to keep it out of the wall. Garrett Alberson from, where did he start? He is the Hoker Trucking hard charger, up 11 spots.
He's moved up 11 spots, has the 58 of Garrett Alberson. He's got some special guests from Mitchell Ranch and Donago Power Sports riding along with him in the house here this evening. Good run for the 58, but back at the front of the field, it's still Dylan McCowan, and he's pulling away, and we're about to have a battle for the 2nd spot because Jonathan Davenport has reeled back in Josh Rice.
Now, meanwhile, space between the tail end of the field. Brandon Shepard, the final car on the lead lap. McCowan, you know he wants a PSG. Out of turn 4, 7 to go. Down the main straightaway, 2nd spot, 11 and 49. Young Hands is still 4th. O'Neill 5th, but all eyes up front. And Dylan McCowan right now, plenty of space between himself and Brandon Shepard as you see the battle for 2nd. 6 laps to go.
Great battle for that 2nd spot as Jonathan Davenport under Green Flag Racing has taken over 2 seconds off the advantage that Josh Rice had. And as those two go at it, Dylan McCowan continues to pull away, this time by 5 laps left to go. It was 1.8 seconds the last time by. He adds a 10th. That's 1.9.
I'm glad Rob still has all 5 flanges there after that fire bombs. Saluting Forrest Lucas. Dylan McCowan, 2-time track champion here in the modified at Lucas Oil Speedway. 4 laps to go. Second spot is Rice in 11. Out at turn number 2 as they get around. Billy Moyer down the back straightaway. How about Chase Younghands bidding for his first podium in the Lucas Oil 800 Series? They're side by side for second. As 3 laps to go, Dustin Jarrett into turn number 1.
The crowd on the edge of their seats. When Dylan McCowan took the lead in this race, the entire crowd stood up and cheered. And now, this time by, 2 laps to go between Dylan McCowan and his first ever win with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series.
Well, steering buddy, you may get the checkbook out, $1,000 bonus. He crosses the Longacre scales, but he's got the Barron's Performance white flag. 1 lap to go down the main straightaway for Dylan McCowan, who started 3rd. Out at turn number 2, Dustin Jarrett bring it home for the biggest win of his career.
He'll head down the back straightaway for the final time. He's a 2-time track champion in the modifieds, and now he will be the winner of the inaugural Salute to Forrest Lucas. Dylan McCowan gets it done at his home track, Lucas Oil Speedway. Second will go to Josh Rice, Jonathan Davenport 3rd, Chase Younghands 4th, and Hudson O'Neal will round out the top 5. And this crowd is on their feet for one of their very own.
Awesome. What a race.
Man, we talk about it all the time. Guys that go out and take their lumps on the road. And this team, they've wanted to go out. They've wanted to run with the series for a long time. Wheatland, get up on your feet. One of your own just won it. Dylan McCowan.
Wow. Well, he's got to go to the Longacre Racing product scales. They'll check droop. They'll check the weight. A pound per lap burn off. Normally they have to weigh 2350. 40 pounds off, 2310.
Wow.
This place better be packed tomorrow night. I checked the weather. Looks great. Everybody in the state of Missouri, come on out. If you're in Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma, Illinois,
Washington, come on out.
Washington,
Alaska.
Right.
Get a flight
Well,
here.
we're going to go to the Longacre scale. So unofficially, Josh Rice 2nd, Jonathan Davenport 3rd. Your Hoker Trucking Hard Charger, I believe, was Garrett Alberson.
Yes, it was.
In 58, DJ.
Yeah, and by the way, mentioned during the broadcast we doing it, Garrett Alberson had folks from Mitchell Ranch and Donago Power Sports with him here tonight, so we want to send a big shout out to them and all the folks here. Dylan McCowan always has all of his folks here. Again, a home game for the young man out of Urbana, Missouri.
You love to see it.
And yeah, hey, and I know you love it, brother. We love seeing new winners in this.
Hey, how about the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year drivers, Rice and McCowan? They finished 1st and 2nd in the race, and they both have won here at Wheatland. And we still got another race tomorrow night for $25K. You see him down there in the tech building. Will he become, DJ, the 95th different driver to win a Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series?
Well, hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Well, his dad is kissing the dirt in victory lane. Charlie McCowan has beat his son down here. Well, this is unprecedented, Charlie. How about those apples? What are you going to say about your boy tonight?
I don't even know what to say.
That's what it's all about. He kissed the dirt, man. These guys have put it all on the line.
That was like watching
cool.
Robbie Blair last week in Muskegon County, his reaction.
Well, I tell you what,
Charlie.
I tell you what, Charlie, in case you wanted to know for sure, and race fans, it is official. Your winner tonight is Dylan McCowan. The 975th all-time Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series feature. And we have our 95th different winner in Dylan McCowan, and he gets it done from up the road in Urbana, Missouri. Yeah. This team has taken their lumps
We've got Kiss the Bricks at Indy and Kiss the Dirt at Wheatland. What do you think?
I love it. And we'll talk to your Big River Steel podium top 3. Jonathan Davenport makes his way out. He's probably going to be a little disappointed for third, but I don't think anybody's going to be too sad to see who got this win tonight. He's going to make his way back around. It's not a request. It's mandatory. When this young man gets out of the car, he has tried to stay positive all year, race fans. Tonight he comes home. When he gets out of this race car, please make him feel welcome, as this win is a career win for this driver out of Urbana, Missouri. The whole family and crew's down here crying. They're hugging. Riley's down here. And Dylan McCowan, he may even have some, maybe some donuts, or maybe the Alan Kwiecki Polish victory lap. Nope, some donuts down there in turn number 3. The family, the crew, they're soaking it up. And guys, this is why we do it, for moments like this. This is why these drivers do it. And your O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year contenders, first and second. The first person Dylan sees, his dad Charlie down here, as they make their way into Veland Victory Lane. 27 features this year, make that 29 features this year. The 10th different winner, and a first-time winner. Our first-time winner here this year. He's gonna catch his breath again. We'll talk to the Big River Steel top 3. But he started in mods. He turned a lot of laps here. Track champion, most popular driver. His hands are shaking as he pulls the race communications out of his ear, getting the Sunoco checkered flag, the Hoosier headband, the Scott Bailey powered Longhorn. What a big win for Scott Bailey here in his backyard. Sonic blast for everybody tonight as Dylan prepares to climb out of the race car, pulls the belts off the back. Race fans, let him hear it for the first time ever. Dylan McCowan is a Lucas Oil late model feature winner. The checkered flies, the hat flies. Big hug from his engine builder, Scott Bailey, down here. Whole family goes around congratulating him. A lot of happiness, man. This team's worked so hard for this. Him and his dad, tears in their eyes as his dad Charlie down here getting a big hug. Dylan, what does it mean to be a Lucas Oil feature winner?
It means I've tried my whole life to do this right here. It's the only thing I've ever wanted in my life, to be honest with you, is win with Lucas Oil feature over here, you know. I used to sit right up there in them stands and watch every feature every Saturday night. And, you know, I honestly can't put it into words. This is unreal.
You come down the front straightaway and your dad's standing there. You don't even know. Your dad got out here and kissed the dirt. And we're not kissing the bricks, we're kissing the dirt. You and your dad embrace there. He and your whole family, all your friends, put so much into this. What did it mean to hug him and you guys have that moment?
You know, I've joked with him that, you know, we may just retire if we ever win one of these things over here. But, you know, I can't even explain it. You know, me and him have worked so hard at it. You know, nobody's seen the late nights in the shop. I mean, when we started this deal, we didn't even know that you had to smash the bead lock with the wheel, you know. But we used to go out and roll right rears off the car. So you know, what we've overcome and you know, done to get here, I can't thank everybody enough. You know, my mom and dad, my mom sacrificed just as much as anybody has for us to be out here on the road. You know, my dad to be with me, it's a dream come true.
You bide your time early, get to the lead on lap 29. I know you're focused on what's happening. The entire grandstand stood up when that happened. What goes through your head once you get to the lead? You know you got 11 laps left.
Well, I could tell my right rear was getting hot. I started feeling a heck of a vibration, you know, right there when I caught Josh. And I took the lead, you know, and then when I seen there was 5 to go, I was like, oh, hell with it, we'll burn it down.
On a race that commemorates Forrest Lucas, real quick, what has Forrest and this facility specifically meant to you and your family?
It's you know, I guess it's been like my rock. It's been here for me every Saturday night from the time I was like 15 years old. We've been over here, trying to win these feature races, you know, and it's just a blessing to come over here and race at such a beautiful facility, you know, and everything that the whole Lucas family has done for this place and you know, motorsports in general and you know, my life, it's been a giant part in it.
I know 15,000's big, but is there a value you can put on what this means tonight?
They could give me a handshake and I'd be just fine with it, you know. I don't even care about the money at this point. I just wanted to win one.
You got a lot of people on this. First, what do you say to all of these fans that have been so excited for you tonight?
Thank you to each and every one of you for coming out here. It means the world to me, you know. You guys have cheered me on from the time I was a little kid, you know, and I just appreciate all of you.
What about everybody on this race car? You got a lot of great supporters.
You're gonna have to give me the mic.
We'll do this together. Okay. It's a team effort. Come on, Adam. We're gonna do this together.
BLC Transportation, Scott Bailey, Pomeroy Services, VG Performance, Afterburner Performance, Sonic, Empire Energy, Midwest Sheet Metal, Mel Hamilton, Elite Construction, Heritage Tractor, McAllen Farms, Bear Graphics. I mean, it takes a village, you know. All my product sponsors, Kaiser, FK Rod Ends, you know, just all these people that helped this thing come together, you know. I got to give a huge shout out to Devin Rain and his crew. They've been letting us stay at their shop for the last couple of weeks, and you know, this is crazy. I can't even put it into words.
Before tonight, 94 drivers had won one of these. Tonight, you're number 95.
I'm blessed. That's all I can say.
Race fans, let him hear it. Dylan McCallum, the feature winner. And don't worry, Charlie, he gets the 15,000. I know you heard him told him he's going to give the money back. You do get the 15,000. Let's go second on the Big River Steel podium. And a young man that got his first Lucas Oil win at his home track. And Josh, I know you wanted to win this thing tonight, but man, you know what it's like to win in front of the home crowd, one of these biggies. And if it couldn't be you, was it cool for you to see Dylan get it?
Yeah, I remember my first one. It was really cool to see him win that. Just sucks, man. I slid up there and thought I just barely hit the fence, but I guess my spoiler just caught the catch fence just right where it ripped it off. But I knew he was right there. I wish I could have raced it out with him, but yeah, he did a heck of a job, man. He stayed right there the whole time and pressured me just enough where I got it in the fence, and it's part of it, I guess. It's cool for us to run second, but obviously you want to win when you haven't been good in a while. So just can't thank James Ratliff, Tim Tungett, Justin Ratliff, and just everybody that helps out. I don't know. I think we got a good car for tomorrow. I don't think there's anything you can do with the spoiler when you hit the catch fence, but just can't thank MC Tank, Rob Snyder, Chain Locker. Sorry, Chain Locker, you're not very visible right now, but MGL, Grant Lee, BC Fluid Air, Lonker Construction, Jeff March with Glenwood, Sunoco Race Fuels. I want to thank my brother for doing all our decals this year. I don't think I've thanked him in an interview, but it's good to know we got a good hot rod. Just I don't know what you need here. I guess you need a lot of traction, and I guess I'm just too tractioned up everywhere we go. So maybe we'll start freer next week and try to get some good runs.
Race fans, Josh Rice out of Crittenden, Kentucky comes home second. A salute to Forrest Lucas. Well, Jonathan Davenport, these damn kids are getting pretty fast, aren't they?
Yeah, no doubt. They're tough to run with. Congratulations to McAllen there. It's awesome. You know, he got his first win here, and I think he's around this area or something. I think he's from here. So that makes it even more special for him, I'm sure.
You jumped out to the lead there. Those guys got rolling on the top. Was it a tire choice? Was it setup? What do you think was your undoing if you were going to get the win tonight?
Just not driving hard enough, I guess. Now, we all had on the same tires, and I felt like my car was pretty decent there. And but I ran the top one lap before that first caution come out, and it was a little slimy. So I just stayed in the bottom too long, and then, you know, after 24 cars run through it a couple laps, you know, it gets going pretty fast. I just didn't move the top fast enough. And then I just tried to keep pace with them. I had a right rear tire started vibrating a little bit. I was talking to Josh. He did too. It's just part of track conditions. So I didn't really know what was going on there. Didn't want a big failure, so I thought they might come back to me later on. So anyway, I just tried to kind of ride there a little bit, and then they just done an excellent job, really. I couldn't get through the lap cars as good as they could. And, yeah, just wasn't good enough tonight. But my guys, you know, like always, give me a good race car. I just wasn't good enough to win for them. So sorry about that. And anyway, just thanks to Ace Duran Trucking and hauling and rigging, and everything they do for us, it definitely helps out a lot. Steve Martin with Nutrient Ag Solutions, ASC Warranty, Longhorn, Bill Stein Shocks, Mark Martin Automotive, everybody that helps us on this thing. My buddy Chris Davis walking around that big cowboy hat. I can't miss him. I'm glad he's feeling better and finally at the racetrack. So say hello to everybody back home, and we got one more night and we'll try them again.
Race fans, Jonathan Davenport rounds out the Big River Steel podium in third.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Ben. Great job down there, and congratulations to those guys on the Big River Steel podium. And let's go ahead and take a look and see how we got here. And Dylan McCowan down there in Veland Victory Lane, the steering buddy Dark Horse.
Oh, who picked him, by the way?
Yeah, that would be the National Dirt Late Model Hall of Famer. Of course it would.
That's my first win of the year. Congratulations to Dylan McCowan. Well, Davenport jumped to the lead of Wheeling. You're thinking, this baby's over, right? But no. Get off my lawn, Josh Rice and Dylan McCowan, as they went around, the future Hall of Famer, and they ran first and second for the rest of the race. You saw Rice in control and then got into the wall up there in turn number 4, and that damaged the spoiler on the car. As you see McCowan, what a show they put on. What do we have? One caution flag right there was. And it got hooked up there on the catch fence, and McCowan right there. Rice still had the lead for another lap or so. But here comes the pass for the lead, Dustin, off at turn number 4.
Absolutely.
On lap 29.
Yep, with 11 to go in this inaugural salute to Forrest Lucas. And when McCowan got out front, he left those guys behind him to battle for the second spot. And when the checkered flag waved, $15,000 richer was the 2-time modified track champ here at his home track. Dylan McCowan is a first-time winner with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. He does the burnouts out there on the racetrack. Charlie kisses the dirt. And what a way to wrap up the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series main event here this evening. And James, unofficially atop the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series point standings, what do you have for us?
We have a tie.
Oh, my.
Brandon Shepard and Hudson O'Neal are now tied heading into the Diamond Nationals finale tomorrow night, 25,000.
That is unbelievable.
What a series we've got here, Dustin.
Absolutely. Ben Shelton, man, I'm so glad you were down there. I know that you've known the McCowan family for a long time. Can you even summarize how things went here this evening in the salute to Forrest?
Man, they're a special family. It's almost like things played out the way they were meant to. I think Forrest, that's who, if he could have chose one, he didn't play favorites, but he would have loved to have seen that one in Victory Lane. That's why we do it, and the emotion. And Dylan McCowan, they have worked so hard. And don't sleep on Josh Rice, second on the podium. The rookies going 1 and 2 tonight. Man, these guys are good, and I can't wait to do it again tomorrow.
All right, thanks a lot, man. James, great job tonight, as always.
No pole show. 3 different leaders, right?
No, it was not. No, it was not.
Nope. Congratulations to Dylan McCowan. The sweep tonight, he'll get $16,000. Well, he'll go for 25 tomorrow night, and look at that gun down. That's a nice gun.
It sure is. A 41 caliber lever action, custom-made Old Henry for winning the event. All right, our portion is finished. But coming up next, a 20-lap main event for the USRA Modifieds. Jason Persley and Lucas Dobbs will lead them to the green. Don't go anywhere. We'll step aside for a quick set of commercial breaks. When we come back, Shane Freeby will have the call for your USRA Modified A main. You are watching all of this live here on Flow.
Well, as the post-race festivities wrap up, the party is about ready to ensue over in the pit area, and you've got a pretty good view of it. That's just about where Dylan McCowan's pit is, back on the other side of the grandstands here at Lucas Oil Speedway on the Salute to Forest Lucas night here at Lucas Oil Speedway. Dylan McCowan winning for the Lucas Oil late models. Take you back. I started here 8 years ago, and Crocker brought us down there. He was the race director at the time, and he introduced us to a little 15-year-old red-headed kid that was running a B-mod, and he said, hey, watch this kid. He's going to be something special. At that time, running a B-mod, he couldn't win a race. That was back whenever Chris Jackson and Andy Bryant and J.C. Morton kind of dominated the B-mod ranks. He made the move up to a modified, won the championship here in 2021 and 2022, decided to go late model racing, and look at what he's become. He is now a Lucas Oil late model winner. Congratulations to Dylan McCowan. For the modifieds, 15 entries made their way in. 20 laps will be their main event on our nightcap of the evening, and we will start with the former principal of Dylan McCowan. That's Jason Pursley. He's the superintendent over at Urbana now. He is out of Hermitage, and he will start on the pole with Lucas Dobbs on his outside. A former winner here a couple years ago, Chad Lyle, starting inside row number 2, and Chase Sigg to his right-hand side. Row 3 has Jacob Potter and Nick Vinegar. He was the champion last year here at the Diamond of Dirt Tracks. Waylon Dimmitt will start 7th, Dustin Hodges 8th, Ben Stockton and Robert Heidenreich make up row number 5. In row 6, it's Donnie Fellers and Andy Bryant. He's another past champion, both at the track and USRA national level. Dalton Till will start inside row number 7. John Sheets, also a track champion in a B-mod here at Lucas Oil Speedway, starting in 14th, and rounding up the field, Greg Scheffler in the 21S. He will start all the way at the tailback. Modifieds tonight, B-mods tomorrow. And again, with this not the normal night that we run here at Lucas Oil Speedway, somewhat expected to see a lower car count for the modifieds, but I think we're probably going to remedy that tomorrow whenever the B-mods roll into town. The championship to the USRA B-mods years past has had to come through Lucas Oil Speedway with the domination that the B-mods have had, and with the Heartland Modified Tour, the USMTS, the modifieds have started to build their class back up. They'll be the main event and the closer here tonight as Jason Pursley off to a great start at the drop of the green, 20 times around, and Chad Lyle, he's going to bulldoze his way up to the front as he will get around the top leading cars. And Donnie Fellers, he has an issue on the opening lap. He stops to the top side, and that will bring out the Midwest sheet metal caution over in turn number 2 as the 24D of Donnie Fellers having a tire issue. And the Hobby Time Motorsports safety crew will have to go up to the elevated surface here on this 3/8 mile oval and deal with Rondo Baptist Church 24 of Donnie Fellers. Not a great way to start for the 24D. Donnie has ran a B-mod here, has ran a modified on a number of limited occasions, and did not get one full lap in as Jason Pursley led him to the green and got a great start as he was able to pull away from Lucas Dobbs. Chad Lyle and Chase Sigg both got around Lucas, but the lucky break for the 29 out of El Dorado Springs, he'll get to go back to the front row and start outside of Jason Pursley. Pursley, a champion here in 2024, and he did it without a single win. He had consistent finishes, more top 5s than you can count, and that got him the championship in 2024. His last win at Lucas Oil Speedway has been a long, long time ago. He's also a past champion at Dallas County, at Springfield. Those championships came in 2015 and 2005. And another driver that's worked his way through the ranks from B-mods to modifieds to late models, running in the Cash Money Series, is Jason's son, Dayton Pursley, DP, picking up his first late model win of his career here at the Diamond and Dirt Tracks a couple of weeks ago. And as Donnie Fellers has been put on the hook, he is back into the pit area, or actually into the infield. And we will restack him, repack him, reset him with Pursley and Lucas Dobbs on the front row again, wheel to wheel. Pursley, the control car. He decides when it's time to go, and that time is now. Presses down on the noisemaker. 3 wide for second with Dobbs to the outside. Pinches down on Lyle. Lyle just a victim of circumstance. He had nowhere to go as Waylon Dimmitt had gone all the way to the bottom side of the track, and Waylon Dimmitt making some noise as he started in 7th. He's going to battle for second on the opening lap. He'll have it as Jason Pursley leads lap number 1, and they continue to swap fenders as Andy Bryant, Dalton Teal, Jacob Potter, and the 22 also involved in that. That's Hodges. Dustin Hodges goes all the way. He sets anchor. To the back of the pack he goes as Jason Pursley leads lap number 1 and lap number 2 by 0.7 of a second, pulling away from Waylon Dimmitt. Could be a big points day for the man in the 3B, Nick Bittinger. He came in 3rd in the points, but the top 2 in the point standings here at Lucas Oil Speedway not here tonight. So a good opportunity for Nick Bittinger to make a challenge for a second consecutive championship in the Arctic Food Equipment's USRA modified ranks after winning the championship last year. And Nick Bittinger, who also runs up at Lakeside a lot, that's usually a Friday night track for him. He's up to second. He's going to try to set the hook on the back bumper of Jason Pursley and reel him in as Robert Heidenreich in the 134 all the way up to that Josh Rice line, all the way around the outside retaining wall in 3 and 4. And Nick Bittinger has caught up with Jason Pursley. Last time around, it was 0.6 of a second. We'll see how much he can knife into that lead again as he's right in the middle of the track through 3 and 4. At the line, he shaves off a 10th. And Chase Sigg is going nowhere either. The Iola, Kansas native, who's currently 5th in the point standings with 1 top 5, rides in 3rd. His last win came in 2018, so it has been nearly a decade, 8 years, since Chase Sigg has found victory lane, and Nick Bittinger has found the lead. To the inside of Jason Pursley, he will go. Jason had thoughts of diving back to the inside, but Nick Bittinger was going to have none of it. So as they come out of turn number 4, completing lap number 8, Nick Bittinger, new man on the totem pole. P1 goes to the 3B. And Jason Pursley, after giving up the lead and Nick Bittinger getting into clean air, has lost a lot of ground, and now Chase Sigg is going to go on the attack. Sigg of the 18 to the inside of Jason Pursley. Can't make the line stick through 3 and 4. Going to try the dive bomb again in 1 and 2. We'll have the cross flags next time by for Nick Bittinger, completing lap 10 as Chase Sigg stays on the accelerator a little bit longer than what Pursley does. Gains another half a car length. Tries to do the same thing again through 1 and 2. He's found some grip on the bottom side of the track, only using 3 tires. That left front's just dangling in the air nearly the entire time around this 3/8 mile oval. And at the line, Chase Sigg is up to second. So Nick Bittinger extending his lead to over 2 seconds. That is half a straightaway down the back stretch. Laps winding down for the Perry, Kansas native. His best finish this year has been 3rd here at Lucas. He's had a couple of second place finishes. Those came at I-35. And the lead will continue to grow for Nick Bittinger. Pursley way up on the track. Going to jump just over the cushion, lose some ground, as this is a battle for 4th now. Waylon Dimmitt to the inside of Lucas Dobbs. No number on the side of that red and white modified of Waylon Dimmitt. Again, he does not run a modified all that often, and the Midwest Sheet Metal caution will come out. And it is for the man that started inside row number 2. We saw him involved in a little sheet metal ruffling on that opening lap as Chad Lyle got pinched between Waylon Dimmitt and Chase Sigg. He went in reverse instead of going forward. Chad Lyle lost a lot of positions, and he's going to, at least for the time being, call it a night. Climb to the top side of turns 1 and 2, head down the ramp. We'll see if he stops in the hot pit. I doubt it. as he brings the caution out with 13 laps completed and 7 remain. And Nick Benninger had built up nearly a 3-second lead over Chase Sigg and Jason Pursley. Jason Pursley leading the opening laps. On lap number 8, Nick Benninger took over that top spot. Chase Sigg a couple of laps later got around Jason Pursley for second. And that is how the top 3 will run, as Nick Benninger looking for his first win of the season. He won here at Lucas Oil Speedway 2 times last year. Marquee year for him was back in 23 when he won at Lakeside 6 times, won here at the Diamond and Dirt Track 4 times. And in that year, he won on some of the biggest stages whenever he came down here to the Diamond and Dirt Tracks. He was not a full-time driver back in 23. He won the Ron Jenkins Memorial Weekend. And he has tried to make the trip down south on a more consistent basis, run for a championship. He's ran a B-Mod a couple of times. And at the drop of the green with 7 laps to go, he gets a good jump on Chase Sigg. Potter will come to a rest to the inside just off the exit of turn number 4. And the Midwest Sheet Metal caution comes out again as the Hobby Time Motorsports safety crew goes over to Jacob Potter, and he's already got the gloves off. Hit the big white tire. You see the cone that is on top of the tractor tire has been knocked off. And the damage to the nose of the 21. So the Polk, Missouri native, 5th generation driver. Steering wheel has passed down for years in the Potter family. His dad, Bradley, used to run a 360 Sprint. And the hook will go on the 21, and his night comes to a conclusion, but the racing action here at Lucas Oil Speedway continues tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. Hot laps getting started around 6:30. Lucas Oil late models will be the main event again with the B-Mods. You can tune in on FloRacing at 6:15 with the pre-race show. Get to hear a recap of Dylan McCowan's win from James and Dustin. And again, it's only 10 o'clock Central Time. I'm guessing for at least the next 3 or 4 hours, it's going to be rocking back behind the hauler. Yeah, I'm looking in the pit area, and there's a pretty good group behind Dylan's hauler over there right now. So Nick Benninger with Sigg and Pursley stacked up side by side. We're going to have a Delaware double file restart with Chase Sigg choosing to go to the inside. And Nick Benninger leads him to green with 7 to go. The lead was 2.9 seconds as Robert Heidenreich takes the slide through the backstretch, and the Midwest Sheet Metal caution will come out for Hollywood. When Hollywood won here in a modified a few years ago, he got just about the same round of applause Dylan McCowan got tonight. Again, another fan favorite. And yeah, that's the crowd behind the DMAC hauler. They've already got the car pushed in. You can see Charlie down there. He's telling everybody how it's done, how he did it. Mindy runs the souvenir trailer for Dylan, and every once in a while, whenever I'm watching on Flow, I'll send Mindy a note saying, "Hey, the kid's doing really well," and she's like, "You know, I'm not watching. I can't do that. I get too frantic watching on Flow." I'm thinking she got to see this one firsthand tonight. We've had our hands at double file restarts a handful of times, and now they've decided to go single file for the balance of the event with 7 laps to go. And Nick Benninger to the green again, and Waylon Dimmitt going to try to get up to the podium. He sits back in 4th right now to the inside of Jason Persley. He'll at least look as Lucas Dobbs gets split, Stockton to the inside, Andy Bryant to the outside, and then 28. Second time Andy's been here in a modified this year. He was here last week for the Heartland Modified Tour. Didn't run all that well. Made some adjustments after a practice session on Sunday. And the 28 is hooked up. The Fort Scott Flyer, a B-Mod Ironman champion, a champion at Humboldt in 2019. And he was the youngest ever USRE B-Mod champion back in 2015. And Lucas Dobbs will bring out the caution again with 5 to go. His car just at a snail's pace on the top side. Can't quite get to the exit to head back down into the pits. So the Hobby Time Motorsport safety crew is going to have to give him a push. And it might just be the tow truck that's got Jacob Potter on the hook. So Donnie Feller's on a hook going back to the pits. Same for Potter. So both tow trucks are already in service. So we'll get the 4-wheeler to give Lucas a push. Final Lucas Oil late model event of the season here at Lucas Oil Speedway. Of course, they start their activities here for the Show Me 100 weekend. 3-day show. We've still got some special shows throughout the rest of the summer months. In August, we've got the United States Modified Touring Series in for a 2-day event. Then the Big Buck 50. We wrap up the season in October, a 50-lap show for the Super Stocks, Sigamo Super Stocks making their return. Those are 2 big events that we have, mainly wrapping up the calendar. We've got 5 laps to wrap up night 1 of the Diamond Nationals, and Nick Benninger would love to see these go by in green flag order. He has had a tough time staying out in front because of all the cautions, but whenever he gets back at it and gets in the loud pedal, he gets out to a quick lead, and Chase Sig right now doesn't have anything for the 3B of Nick. Andy Bryant using the high line that he became so notably famous for here at Lucas Oil Speedway in a B-Mod. He would be the first one to get up to the high side. That's why we called him the Fort Scott Flyer, and he's all the way up to the outside retaining wall right on the back bumper of Waylon Dimmitt and Jason Persley. He slid all the way back to 3rd after starting on the pole, giving up the lead on lap number 8 to the 3B of Benninger, and here comes Hodges. Dustin, after a bad start to this event, has been able to rally, trying to break into the top 5. He sits in 6th. As Nick Benninger has checked out, and he will see the 1 to go next time by under the Foley Equipment flag stand. 1 more circuit for Nick Benninger. 3rd, 4th, and 5th is where it's entertaining, as Dustin Hodges has gotten up onto the top 5 and then some. He's up to 4th right now as he gets around Waylon Dimmitt, but tonight is owned by Nick Benninger. He comes all the way from Perry, Kansas, takes over the lead on lap 8, and will take us to the checkers first for his first win of 26. And it comes at Lucas Oil Speedway. Nick Benninger by nearly 3 seconds over Chase Sig. Another couple seconds back to Jason Persley, and then a good rally for Dustin Hodges as he gets up to 4th. The rest of the 13 cars that entered tonight. Nick Benninger will have to cross the scales. He'll come back out. Doug Neff is on his way down to victory lane, and he will chat with the first-time winner and looking for his back-to-back championship run at Lucas Oil Speedway after the championship last year. And with the run that he had, he's now going to have a pretty sizable lead. He's going to earn 100 points. Now, the thing is, he came in 3rd in the points. Chase Sig was 5th. And there was only a difference of around 8 points. So the lead Nick Benninger is going to have is not going to be a massive lead by any stretch. But with Henry Chambers, Trevor Hughes, Cole Campbell not here. Mickey Burrell was also in the top 10. they miss out on points completely. As you see, Richard Turner and the crew here already going to work on this track. There is some rain in the area. We have seen some flashes of lightning to the north. Again, tomorrow's forecast looks fantastic. But weather in southwest Missouri, you can't go a day without rain, at least not for the last couple of months anyway. So they'll get the track sealed up and make sure it's in good shape before tomorrow. They did a fantastic job today. This track was spot on. And ever since they put the new clay down a couple of years ago, we saw it back then. Of course, that was before the refiguration on the north side in turns 3 and 4, taking the ledge off. But between the new clay and the new design here, I think it is made for a much racier and more entertaining venue for, doesn't matter what class that comes out, especially these high-speed cars with the late models and the modifieds. They are eating it up here at Lucas Oil Speedway. Nick Benninger stopped by his pit. He's like, hey, you want a T-shirt? And I said, yeah, I'm not going to wear it because they may think I'm playing favorites, but he was the favorite tonight. Give it up for your feature winner, Nick Benninger. Hasn't won on a Saturday here, maybe Friday night is the time that he will shine under the Friday night lights, winning for the first time at Lucas Oil Speedway. Doug Neff is down in victory lane. Let's hear from Nick.
And it's Nick Benninger down here at Cary, Kansas. Man, great run. Once you got past personally, you were off and running.
Yeah, I knew we had a really good car to start that feature there, even on that first start where we only made about a half a lap. I knew we had a pretty good car. So just kind of biding our time there and making sure we weren't going to press the issue because I knew we had a really good rocket here. So got a really good group of guys over here. We don't win enough for me to appreciate everybody. So we got a really good group of guys that come up and work on our cars every single week and keep them top notch. My dad, Eric, James, Spencer, Jackie, Emily, Chris. It's a heck of a good crew here. And then everybody that supports us on the car here. True Timber, Windustrial, CDR Race Cars. Man, I feel like Cade's building one of the best, or the best car in the nation right now. And tonight we just put it on display. So I just got to be the lucky one to pilot it. Luke Neiman Motorsports, High Point Grading, Big Bang Fireworks. Let's see here. Forge Construction, Jeff Herbers, Blanche and Mitch Wolfcutter, O Trimble Farms. Man, we just got, there's a ton of people on this car that make it go forward, and I appreciate everybody's help. Rod and Supply, they came on board this year, and they've been helping us out. So I know my wife and kid are at home watching, so I wish I could have been here to celebrate with us, but hey, here we are.
From all the way from Perry, Kansas, great job. Nick Benninger on this night. We celebrate Forrest Lucas. Comes home the winner of the modified.
All right, Nick, congratulations, and I will wear the shirt tomorrow. The modifieds are not running tomorrow, so I'll go ahead and wear the Nick Benninger 3 shirt for B-Mod in night number 2 of the Diamond Nationals. Our salute to Forrest Lucas could not have gone any better. A fan favorite, a local favorite, and a mainstay at the Diamond and Dirt tracks. Dylan McCowan winning for his first time ever in a Lucas Oil late model, and Nick Benninger, last year's champion, getting it done at the Diamond and Dirt tracks. We do it all again tomorrow. We'll be on the air here on FloRacing at 6:15, hot laps and cars on the track at 6:30. For Dustin, for James, for Ben, and the entire crew, night number 1 went through perfectly. We'll see you on night number 2 tomorrow from here at Lucas Oil Speedway. Good night, everybody.